Press pause, put the controller down. It's time to talk about the gaming industry. My name is TJ Leo.
I'm Andrew.
And this is episode 97 of Press Pause, a gaming podcast. How are you, my friend?
Good. I've been keeping busy. This all kind of snuck up on me. I was like, oh, fuck, we've got like 10 minutes away from recording.
It's Friday, baby.
Yep.
It's Friday. Yeah, it's been a busy week. I normally have the show prepped by like end of morning, on Fridays. So I have the rest of the day to just chill. And then when it's record time, it's like ready to go. But not the case this time. I had a bunch of stuff to do. Not one of which was getting a new game and beating a new game just today, which I'll talk about in what we're playing. But yeah, I've also been just tired. I hate this weather. Anytime like a storm rolls over and we get like overcast skies for like 3 days, my body just goes, "Aren't you supposed to be sleeping?"
Mm-hmm.
And I just get tired. So does Dante. Dante has that problem. He's not there. I'm not quite sure why. He's sleeping on the couch all of a sudden. Cats.
Mm-hmm.
Can't predict him. Can't predict him. I try to, but no, I can't. All right. As always, this is Press Pause, a gaming podcast. Let's get through the housekeeping and corrections, of which there's just the basics this week. Just the basics. Actually, no. There's one thing. But the usual, if you want the podcast edition of the show, go to YouTube Music. You can subscribe to it there, like any other podcast that you listen to. You can get the video version or you can get the audio version, whatever you'd like. We recommend the video version because we like to show footage of what we're talking about. And also, if you play along at home with Screenshot Scope, you kind of need to be able to see what we're looking at. Don't forget to join the Co-op Club Discord community server. Link is in the description. Patreon.com/co-op entertainment, where you can throw us $1 a month to help support the channel. Greatly appreciate it. I need a haircut.
Yeah.
Got a shag going on. Not liking it. This is not a summer cut. This is a winter cut. Say goodbye to that. It will be gone next week. It better be. I meant to do it today or yesterday, but my preferred hairstylist was only around during podcast recording times. So it was not feasible to get that done. All right. Let's get to what we're playing. You don't have any significant things to talk about?
No, I tried the demo for Gnaw. And,
okay.
It was fine. It was a very pretty game.
Yeah.
Gameplay was fine. I just wasn't in the mood for a game like that right now, but it totally fine.
Yeah.
And then the other thing I played was Deltarune Chapter 5. Finished that.
Oh wow.
But because it's fresh. I'm not going to talk about it because I don't want to spoil anything for anyone.
Good point.
Like it's even by the time this episode goes out, it won't even be a week old. So
yeah.
That is way too fresh to talk about in any detail.
Fair.
I liked it for the most part. I gave up on the secret boss. The secret boss was
brutal.
Yeah. They tend to be like that. I really wish the game ran at 60 frames per second because it's got like bullet dodging mechanics, and that is not particularly smooth at 30. It's doable.
Does it play the same as Undertale with like the heart and you just dance around the?
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very strange that he didn't just call it Undertale 2 or.
Well, it's not really a sequel. It's a different thing, sort of. We
Same
don't
universe?
Exactly know. Same characters, but very, very different setting and circumstances. And it's maybe a sequel, or maybe not. Maybe it's an alternate. We don't really know yet because the story's not finished. But anyway, yeah. So you've played Undertale, so then you know
a little bit. Yeah.
You know how the mechanics work. But the secret bosses, they crank it up a lot. It gets kind of insane.
They go full Ikaruga.
Yeah, just about. Although this one is more of Bomberman in the sense that there were bombs that explode in a cross-shaped pattern,
Okay, gotcha.
and they pile on really quick. Dodging one or two of them isn't that hard. Dodging three when they're coming at you like
Bum, bum,
super
bum, bum, bum,
fast
bum, bum,
is
bum, bum.
yeah,
Mm.
yeah, and I just feel like if the movement was a little bit smoother, I wouldn't get so like lost in it. I don't know. It's hard to describe. It doesn't feel as smooth because it's only updating 30 times per second.
Yep.
Which I mean, for a turn-based RPG, isn't really a problem. But then when you bring in this sort of pixel perfect dodging stuff, it sort of becomes a big deal.
Feels
But
off.
I'm
Yeah.
yeah, I think that might be like a software limitation because I know that this game is made with Game Maker Studio, which is, I mean, fine. If I was going to make a video game, I'd need some sort of game creation software as well because I don't know how to program from scratch. But I think one of the limitations is, uh, like limiting the frame rate to 30 or something like that. I don't know a whole lot about Game Maker Studio, but my understanding is that it's a Game Maker issue.
Gotcha. All right. I tried a few more demos. Nothing that I really want to talk about. Nothing really stands out. So nothing really to say there. Ironically, the game that I was talking about that I got today and beat today is the one that I don't really have much to say on for obvious reasons. And that is Terminator 2D 3 No Fate. The
Okay.
The absurdly priced 2D side-scrolling game that came out last year, I think. Yeah, I beat it in like 45 minutes. I know I get grief for this all the time, but I haven't really seen the Terminator movies, so I don't really have much connection to that IP. I have seen
You got to
Terminator
see
2.
at least the first two. The rest of them are skippable. The rest of them are just like, hey, we need more money from this franchise. We got to get blood from that stone.
I've
But the
definitely
first
seen
two are
2. I've definitely seen it. I saw it like way after the fact of it being a thing, so I don't think I have like the nostalgia for it. It's fine. Yeah, I think it was a time and place thing, and everyone who saw it at the time was like, "Holy crap, this is like amazing."
Well, sure. I mean, think about it. That movie came out in like what 91 or 92 or something. Think about the liquid metal effect.
Oh
Like
yeah,
T1000.
and I'm not
That shit
judging
was
it based
insane.
on the visuals or anything
Yeah,
like that. I
yeah.
just
But I'm saying like I get it. Like a lot of people were blown away by that because that effect still looks pretty good today.
yeah. I just it's fine. It is what it is. I recognize that it's a popular thing, but I have no real connection to it. But it seems like the game follows the second movie pretty closely. It's at first it's a Contra like for like the first 3 levels, but then they start mixing in stuff like there's a bike chase level, and they're all scenes from the movie. So like I remember the Terminator chasing them on the motorcycle, chasing them when they were in like the police van or whatever it was,
the spillway or whatever it is.
Yeah, in the spillway. Yeah. All the scenes seem to be plucked from the movie.
They can like turn on and off or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. But then they change things up, and it's like you play as Sarah Connor escaping the. Is it a mental institution or a hospital?
Institution, yeah.
Yeah. So you're having to like sneak around and avoid the cameras, all the while avoiding the Terminator who's popping up randomly trying to kill you. So it does enough to like not be boring. It never got boring. It was always like, here's a very small, alternate mechanic to make it a little bit more interesting. But it's still just like a 45-minute game that you charged $50 for. Like I just, that was always in the back of my mind where I'm like, 60% of the budget went to the license and the rest went to the game. You know what I mean? Or it was like, because like everything's in there. Like all the likenesses are in there, no voices, but all the likenesses are in there. The music's in there, like even the Bad to the Bone playing in the bar when Arnold goes to the bar. Like everything's in there.
They actually went to the effort of getting that. I'm actually a little surprised by that.
Yep. There was another song too that played in the bar. It was like a country song. I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't remember what it was.
but yeah, well, it's very licensed. You can tell like everything's in there, right? But I beat it and I was like, you can go back through it and there's like alternate paths. So like, again, I haven't seen the movie, but I guess in the movie, the characters confront, what's his name? The creator of the chip or something.
Miles Dyson.
Miles Dyson. You confront Miles Dyson, and you have the choice as Sarah Connor whether you want to kill him or spare him. And
she tries to kill him, and they manage to stop her.
Yeah, so that's the way the first playthrough goes. But you can replay it with the alternative to see what would happen. I encountered, I think, 2 of those moments. That was one of them.
That's a cinematic storytelling device that I forget the name of. It's like a reversal of positions, because initially in the first movie, the Terminator was sent back in time to kill her before she affected the future. And now she's trying to kill someone before he affects the future. So it's like she's become the Terminator. Gotcha. I forget what the storytelling term for that is, but it's a thing.
So that's cool that you can replay it and something changes. I don't know how drastic the change is. I might replay it just because of how friggin' short it is, just to see what the difference is. But for the most part, it's a Contra-like, a single player Contra-like, but it's really basic, like real basic.
It's kind of weird to price what is essentially a Super Nintendo game like that.
I know. Well, it's the license. That must have cost them a fortune.
Yeah, I guess technically that's half price for a game now.
Yeah. So I was just like, it's cool that this exists, but at the same time, it's like, was it worth it? Like, I don't know. I don't know. I think if you're a Terminator fan, you probably get more joy out of it. Also, the other reason I'm not showing footage is because like the game's only 45 to an hour long, so it's like I don't want to show the whole game in one conversation.
Yeah.
So if you're interested in Contra games, you're interested in Terminator, they're a cool mix. It's cool, got cool artwork. All the licenses are there. Don't spend. It sounds like it's
basically the Terminator game, the Terminator 2 game that we should have gotten on the Super Nintendo instead of the one we did, which is god awful.
Yeah, if this had came out during the Super Nintendo era, this would have been like huge. It's fantastic, but from today's standards, even from a retro style, I'm like, like why? It's
kind of nuts how many of those Terminator games were terrible.
Yeah.
Like it seems like such a slam dunk, but the only one I could think of that was any good was the arcade game, which was awesome.
Yeah, that's the one I was playing in that picture. Yeah.
Yep,
I remember liking that one. So that's all I got really to say. Okay. I'm glad I didn't buy it. That's for sure. I would add buyer's remorse right away. I don't understand how you wouldn't buy this on Steam, beat it, and then return it because it's under. like, you know what I mean? Like, easily qualifies to do that.
I wonder if there's like a flag that's hidden, but like Valve can see, and it's like player has completed game or something.
You could be. Yeah, you beat this game. We're not giving you your money back. What the hell's wrong with you?
Yeah. But, I kind of hope so, because like even if a game is bad, if you persevered to the end, it's like, well, then you didn't hate it enough to refund it until you were finished with it. So no.
Oh god.
You get.
Don't even get me started. So I've been on Steam a lot, obviously, because of the Next Fest and all that stuff, right? And I'm reading reviews and stuff like that on certain games. The amount of idiots out there that are like that they don't recommend the game and they have like 170 hours.
Yeah,
I'm like, fuck off. Like,
how did it take you that long to come to that conclusion? I know within like 20 minutes if I'm going to like a game or not.
Yeah, the ones where I'm like, they have like an hour of play. I'm like, okay, I can believe that you played it and didn't like it. 160 hours. And you can't recommend it? Are you like what? That doesn't make any sense. Like it doesn't. Like I wish you could reply to Steam reviews to ask them follow-up questions. What the hell? Yeah, like what? Yeah. Doesn't make any sense. Yeah. That pissed me off this weekend. But yeah, that's all I got to say about that game. The game that I want to give my first impressions on is the newest co-op game that me and my buddy have been playing. And I think I've mentioned it before, but nothing specific. And that's The Forest. It's pretty old at this point, but kind of finally getting around to it. It was a game that I tried and was like, there's no way I'm playing this alone. It's freaky, and it takes a lot of time to do stuff. So having a second player, yeah. So having a co-op partner to help you minimize the time that is spent on those tasks is good. So I can't fault it for being a little rough around the edges. It's, it was a small team. This was, I think, their first game. But it is rough around the edges. It's not perfect by any stretch of the imagination. It's very jank. It's very jank, especially the combat. The combat's jank. It's basically it's melee combat, so it's just swing, block, and just kind of move.
But it doesn't have the elegance of something like Condemned or something like that.
No, it's just swing and hope you hit it. Yeah. It's fine. And then the building mechanics, in survival crafting games, there's usually great building mechanics. You can create crazy bases. In this, there's no grid, so everything is off grid when you're building stuff.
You kind of snap like wall pieces together.
You can't even do that in this game. There's no snapping, there's no grid, there's no nothing. It's just you got to place it how you want to, and that makes it extremely difficult, especially when you want to like build something off the ground. Because when you build it on the ground,
I thought there were like snapping points in this game.
No.
Okay.
No.
You know what game did that, like gridless building pretty well? Fallout 4.
Okay. I never really got into it, obviously.
Yeah, well, that you can like certain pieces can snap together, like in a way that makes sense, like
walls
various
and doors and
stuff. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Oh yeah, exactly. I mean, my buddy and I played Grounded to death, and the building in that game is very simple, very easy, snaps together, aligns perfectly, all that kind of stuff, right? Same thing with Satisfactory, beautiful in that sense. Valheim, very, very simple as well. But again, I can't fault it, too bad, because this game was really early in the survival crafting genre. Minecraft had already been out for years, but that was a voxel game, so it's by design easy to make things. Yeah. Whereas this was not, and they hadn't figured out a way to make that happen in an easier way. So I get it. But it is very frustrating though. So I ended up using like the pre-built stuff because I'm just like I'm getting pissed off trying to make these things because
understandable.
I'm someone who loves base building in these games, and it was kind of broken, so I just kind of avoided it. The island is cool. There's lots of things to discover. There's caves. They're really freaky.
Yeah, there are.
Yeah, the cannibals are always, always around, and it's very, very creepy. Good sound design in the game. Did not know this. Have you played this game?
I have not played it, but okay. I'm familiar with it.
I was not aware of this.
I mean, I technically did play it. I played it for a little while, and then discovered that you couldn't rebind the controls, so I refunded it. But
that's fair.
Like actually played it, no. But I've like seen videos on it. And stuff.
You know what it's about.
Yeah.
So, shit. Where was I going with this?
You were talking about freaky stuff.
Son of a bitch. Where was my mind going? I can't find.
Was it gonna be about having to bring your dead child back to life?
No, I mean we haven't beat it yet. I know that we're searching for Timmy.
Sorry.
That's all I know. Spoilers. I've heard about the story not being all that important. I've heard it not being important. It's not important.
Yeah, I wasn't thinking about that because this game's been out for like a decade, so I figured everybody knew.
Nope. No, I don't. I avoid spoilers on games at all costs.
I just figured like maybe you
came across it.
Maybe you couldn't have at by this point. It's like it's been out for that long. But anyway, whatever. Yeah. I didn't tell you what you had to do.
No, I have no idea.
There's some shit.
Yeah.
Oh, there's some shit.
Yeah, I mean, we've wandered the map pretty significantly. So like we've discovered certain things where we're like, oh shit, that's probably a big deal. Like we found like a pit. There's like a sinkhole kind of like thing, and we're like, oh, how do you get down there? I don't see any way down there. Okay, we'll have to figure that out. We basically, once we got the map from one of the caves, we kind of just like peruse the island to fill out the map because it fills out as you walk around the island and stuff like that. So and then we've seen the snow area where we're like, oh well, gotta got to make some snow shit in order to get
Have
up
you
there.
seen the freaks?
I mean, I've seen the cannibals, and we've come across like the lady walker who has like 5 legs and kind
Yeah,
of
yeah,
does
yeah.
this.
Okay.
And then there's like the only other one we've seen is like a human, but it looks like 2 humans clutched on top of each other and
Yeah.
kind of like this, pretty freaky. But oh yeah, and there was like a big pussy mess in a cave that we found as well.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
Yeah, we found the torchlight. We found like the flashlight. Yeah, so we're getting there. But the thing I didn't know about the game is that the longer you take on the island, the harder it gets. Was not aware of this. So it's not just you explore the island and everything's kind of in places and all that kind of stuff. The longer for each day that goes by, the difficulty of the cannibals gets higher, and they start coming after you more often and with greater numbers and more freaks, as you said. Because
they will eventually start showing up outside of the caves.
Oh yeah, they started to. So we got to like day 10 on our first playthrough, and we woke up, started doing our daily routine of, let's chop down some trees, let's check the garden, let's blah, 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 before we head out for the day. And then all of a sudden I hear like this like cannibal sound in the distance, and I'm like, oh, great. Here they come. Because normally we would get like the occasional cannibal showing up. And then like 3 freaks and 2 cannibals show up, and we're like, what the fuck is that? This is the first time we're seeing the freaks. We're like, oh shit. So
Have you made freak armor yet?
Well, from what I understand, you just, when you kill the freaks, you chop them up, and then you just wear them, basically. You wear a piece of them.
You can turn their skin into armor.
Which, yeah, we've done, but like, there's this huge armor bar, but one kill only gives you 1 little dink of armor, and we're like,
oh yeah.
That's
you
brutal.
You gotta go hunting. You gotta layer up, man.
Yeah. So, we're still learning. We're still early. We're like, so we got to day 10, we realized that, and we were like, oh shit, we've wasted a shitload of time, and we slept at night, which seems to be a bad idea because that cuts the amount of time that you're awake in half, which then you're basically speeding your way towards much more difficult enemy encounters. So we restarted with the knowledge that we have of the caves that we found, and we're like, all right, we're gonna beeline it for the cave, get the map, get the axe, get the torchlight, all this kind of stuff, right? And do a little better. We have a base built, we have a wall. We have walls around the base, so that if they do come, we're more prepared now. We're liking it. It's just real jank. And there's just a lot of quality of life stuff missing from a game like this. And again, I don't blame them because it's as old as it is, right? It was one of the first that did it. So like, you can open up the map, but you can't really put markers down on the map. So you just kind of have to remember where shit is, where you're like, if we ever need dynamite, go here. And it's like, okay, so we got to like remember where that is. I can't just put a marker down.
There is a way of doing it. It might be something that you have to get to let you mark the map.
Oh, there might be an item.
Yeah.
That would be nice.
I don't remember exactly.
Yeah. Okay. But yeah, we're enjoying it. The reason we started playing it was because I was assuming that Sons of the Forest was eventually going to come to PlayStation, and it's been 4 years now, and they haven't announced anything. And I'm like, if they don't show anything at Summer Game Fest or announce something in the area of Summer Game Fest, I'm like, I guess it's just not coming, because they already announced Forest 3. So I'm like, they must just be skipping the console port. Yeah, I'm like, why would you skip the console port? Did people just not like it on PC? So they're like,
maybe they didn't sell enough units to justify the cost of porting it.
The first one, you mean?
Yeah,
maybe.
I mean, it does seem like the kind of thing that people would mainly play on PC. You know what I mean?
I mean, I suppose Grounded sold amazing on consoles, and it's a survival.
Yeah, I'm not saying that there isn't a market for it, but like considering the the size of the team and the budget that they have, it just may not have made financial sense.
Yeah, so I might have to play Sons of the Forest alone on PC, which doesn't thrill me. You do have an AI partner.
Does your buddy not have a PC that can handle it?
No, just PlayStation. So and I saw it on sale, which we'll get into in a little bit. So I was like, oof, I kind of want to pick it up now. But
Yeah, I don't know how much you can dial this kind of game down in the settings. Like, even if you turn everything to the lowest quality settings, I'm not sure how much it would help. Because, like, look at how much is in here. Like, when they call it the forest, they're not joking. It's not just a few trees. There's tons.
oh, I won't have a problem running it.
Detail.
Yeah, I won't have a problem running it. I have like a 30.
Yeah, but I'm talking about your friend.
Oh yeah, well he doesn't even have a PC to begin with.
He doesn't even have a PC?
No.
Really?
No. I mean he works long hours and has a son, and so the odd time he does have time to game, that's why he's just got a console to play.
But what about all the work you would do on a PC?
I mean, he has a phone. Most people do most of their shit on phones and tablets these days.
Man, that would drive me insane.
Not having a PC.
Do all my web browsing on my phone.
I used to do all mine on a tablet, like when I had one, because it's just more comfortable to sit on your couch and just. Peruse.
Yeah, but I actually ran into an issue today where apparently you can't join a Zoom call if you're on mobile.
What?
Like, you know where you get like the link and you just open it in your web browser, and you don't need like an account or an app or anything. Yeah, you can't do that on mobile.
Yeah, you need an account in order to do it.
Yeah, and you need the app in order to do it.
Yeah,
but
well, I mean, so you can. You just have to get the app.
But on desktop, apparently, you can do it completely anonymously.
Yes, you can.
Yeah, but you can't do it on mobile. Like, what the fuck? Why not?
Good question. I'm not sure.
It's not like my phone's not powerful enough. It's not a fucking
no.
It's 2002.
It's just they decided that was the case.
So yeah, it's just arbitrary horse shit like that.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess if you force desktop site and get them to do it, they're just like, no.
I mean, I guess if you don't use Zoom, you just use it for the occasional Google and the email and stuff like that.
Yeah, but I was supposed to join a Zoom call today to talk to my niece.
Oh yeah, for people like you and me, yeah, we need a PC. Absolutely. But yeah, believe it or not, there's a lot of people out there who could care less. He did used to have a PC, but he just never used it. So he eventually it got old, and he was like, whatever, don't need it. Why do I have this?
But I held on to it until now, and then sold the RAM for like
right
for what it's worth.
If only we had seen that, because I've had two PCs before this one, and I could have done the same thing. Yeah,
dude, I saw an article from Aftermath today where a guy built a super cheap gaming PC out of a discarded like crypto mining GPU. Because those things are worthless now, because like the cost of mining Bitcoin is greater than the profit you can make from it. Like, it costs more in electricity than you make, so it doesn't make sense to do it anymore.
No.
So there's a whole bunch of those crypto mining cards that you can buy for like $100, and he used it. Well, it's not even a GPU. It's an AMD APU, the CPU GPU combo. Like the CPU that has the GPU die on it, or the GPU on the die. In fact, I think it mentioned that it was like out of spec processors that they'd manufactured for the PS5, because it's like if some of the components on it fail during the manufacturing process, they can't give them to Sony because they're not up to spec.
Right.
But it would be a waste of money to just melt them down and try again. So they repurpose them as like other stuff and sell them for cheap, so that they can at least get a return on something.
Yeah.
And that's what they were doing with them.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, so my hope was that Sons of the Forest would come to PlayStation, but it seems like that's not the case. So yeah, but it's not like we don't have an abundance of co-op games coming, so it's not that important anymore.
And Valheim's coming out, so
Valheim September 9th, baby, can't wait. And then Enshrouded got a release date in October, which is another big it's another like Valheim like survival crafting game that I really want to check out.
And then by the time you're sick of those, Subnautica 2 will be out of early access.
Well, no, I fully anticipate that game is going to be like 2 or 3 years. Like I think Subnautica 1 was like 3 years in early access. Let me check. Subnautica 1 early access time. Yeah, just over 3 years. Yeah. Now, obviously the team's bigger now, so maybe it won't take that long. But
they got that $250 million bonus.
That's true. Yeah, I'm not gonna hold my breath though, because it's an underwater game.
You don't have to hold your breath. You got scuba gear.
It's true. Well, even that has oxygen tank.
Yeah.
I can't wait to play that game. Don't remind me of that game. Never ever do that. I want to play. But yeah, we have shitloads of games to play, and I just recently found out that Evil West is co-op, and I had no idea about that, so we might try that one.
Okay.
So yeah, Forest is fine. It's good. It's good enough that we're playing it and seemingly want to beat it. I would
good enough that we're playing it. Yeah, that's a good way to describe a lot of games.
Yeah, like I wouldn't give this a game like a 9 or an 8 so far. I'd give it a 7. So good enough to play, but not gonna set my world on fire.
From a small team, it's got heart. It's a little janky, but it looks surprisingly like really nice. Although I wonder how much of that. I think it's like a Unity engine game, so I wonder how much of that is from like the Unity asset store. Not that it matters. I mean, if you buying assets from a store is fine as long as you don't just like throw them together for an asset flip and actually do
a lot of those.
With them. Yeah. Well, we don't see a lot of those now because now it's all AI generated shit.
Well, that's even worse.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's really all I had was The Forest and Terminator 2D. I still haven't got back to Resident Evil 9. There's really no pull on that game for me. It's upsetting. So I really want to. I know. I don't know. I don't know what it is. Don't know what it is. But the older I get, the more I realize if there is a pull to play a game, play it. If you don't, if there's no pull, move on. There's a million games.
Well, it's harder because like there's no way to really rent games. I mean, you can get them from the library, but it's not like it.
Yeah,
it's not like it was when we were kids, and it was like, oh, I played a new game like every week because I could just rent something for the weekend, and it was like, yeah, this is good, maybe I'll buy it someday, or this is bad, so it's good I didn't buy it. Now it's like
it's true. Although you can also just play for an hour and a half, see if you're into it, at least on Steam, and then if you don't, just return it, move on to another game.
Yeah, I don't like doing that though because it's just like I don't know. It feels like a big pain.
Give me my money back. I don't like it.
Oh yeah, I mean I get refunds for stuff that I don't like, but I don't buy something just to be like, oh yeah, maybe I'll like this, maybe I won't. I'll only buy something if I think.
Oh yeah, I'm not gonna go on a spree. Just be like, ching 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 ching. No, I'm gonna. I have to have interest in it first.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's one thing that PlayStation Store does not have is a good refund policy, which is really annoying because their games are more expensive than Steam. All right, let's move on. Do you know what time it is?
Is it letter time again?
Happy birthday, video games!
Oh,
happy birthday.
Shit, that's right. It's the end of the month.
Yes, it is indeed the end of the month. Not a whole lot to celebrate here because we're talking about July. And historically, July and August are pretty weak.
Didn't the N64 come out in Japan in July?
Not in the last specific 10-year, 20-year, and 30-year periods, apparently.
What are you talking about? It came out in 1996.
In July?
In Japan, I believe. In North America, it came out in September.
Didn't see anything in there. Did not see anything.
Let me look that up.
Could be a wiki issue. Sure. Not gonna lie. Could be a wiki issue.
Hold on a second. Let me just look this up real quick.
I feel like there would be some celebrations or notifications or something.
Oh no! You know what? It came out this month.
June.
In Japan.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
There you go.
June 23rd.
I don't remember what we had on our list for Happy Birthday June, but nonetheless, let's get into what's.
We'll get to it in September then, since we missed it for this month. Whatever.
Yeah.
This will be out in time for next month, which is July, which will be this month. When this comes out, but it's not. You know what I mean. Everybody knows what I mean.
You just gave me an aneurysm. Thanks. Appreciate that.
No problem.
All right, let's get to what's turning 10 years old. We have 2 games on the list, and I like both of them. One of them is from Insomniac, little known game called Song of the Deep. Do you remember this game?
Oh, I've heard of it, but I've never played it.
So this was part of Game Trust, which was the GameStop developer.
Oh, wow, right.
Yeah, which they don't do anymore, as far as I'm aware.
No.
But it went pretty well for this game. Insomniac made it. It's a 2D submarine Metroidvania, and it is really girl. See what happened there?
On
Did
the
you
screen there.
see what happened there?
It
It
happens
was really
to me
good.
all the time. I can't read while
Yeah.
also talking, or I'll start saying the thing I'm reading, or I'll start writing the thing I'm reading or hearing.
Yep.
It's just I can have one input and I can have one output, but they can't happen at the same time.
Can't be
Or I
both.
get them mixed up.
No. But Song of the Deep was great. You played as a girl who was waiting for her father to come home from a fishing expedition, and he
Must
didn't.
have been one hell of an expedition if this is what she has to go through to find him.
Oh yeah, like he was like an ocean-based fisherman that would go away for like 3 weeks at a time, then come back, and then that kind of thing. And so he didn't come back, and she sets off on a journey to search to find him. And it's like I said, it's a Metroidvania where you're in a little submarine. You can leave the submarine and go for a little swim. As part of the mechanics.
It's like Blaster Master.
Yeah, kind of actually. Yeah, except a Metroidvania. I don't think Blaster Master was a Metroidvania.
It kind of is. It's a little bit different.
Open zone.
Most of the
game.
Most of the action in that game takes place in the top-down
Okay.
sections rather than side-scrolling sections. But
Interesting.
Yeah, good game.
Yeah, and so is this. I don't think it really did well, but I mean, it's a Metroidvania game. Back then, there was a million of them. There's just a million of them today.
Yeah, yeah.
But hard to compete. But if you never tried it, it's girl. Go try.
Is this on everything or just on PlayStation?
This is just the PlayStation trailer. I believe it's on everything.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I will double check.
Maybe I'll check that out sometime.
Song of the Deep platforms. PS4, Xbox One, Windows PC.
All right.
There you go. So yeah, check that out. It's good. And then another game from Square Enix is I Am Setsuna. Setsuna.
Oh, that is 10 years old. Wow, yeah.
I never beat it. It was quite good. It was very sad. I mean, it's a game about death, so
I remember reading the description and it being like, "Oh my god, this game is so dramatic." I'm like, "Yeah, okay, whatever."
I wouldn't say dramatic. I mean, it's a text-based game, no voice acting, so it's hard to call it dramatic.
I mean, it can still be dramatic. Ever read a book?
Sure. But like with like pics, it's just it doesn't come across that way. It comes across as more just like self-reflective, very self-reflective, and like maybe a little on the nose, perhaps. But
the description that I read on the store page was like seemed to that's just pulled straight from Chrono Trigger.
I mean, it's Square Enix, so they can pull from their own. Games.
Yeah, exactly. But they kept going on about how it's like so sad and poignant in the store page, and I was like, yeah, okay, this sounds like it's trying too hard.
Yeah, it does have a little bit of that. I would say it's still worth playing though. I would check it out if you're interested in turn-based old school RPG. I never beat it, but it's very Chrono Trigger.
They even had the
combat.
X-Strike there.
Yeah. If I remember correctly, they kind of build it as an ode to that kind of game. Yeah. So.
Yeah. I remember that actually.
So check that out. I Am Setsuna.
Again, that's just it's just one of the prehistoric huts. Wow. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's very Chrono Trigger-esque. It's a good game.
Mm-hmm.
It's a girl game. Turning 20 years old is Prey. The original Prey.
Yeah. The game that we almost got a sequel to, but didn't. But then the game that we got that was called Prey, not Prey 2, but it was called Prey. That has nothing to do with it, but it's still a pretty good game. But the sequel that they were working on to this was apparently really cool, and I wish that Bethesda hadn't canned it. There's a whole fucking there's a whole fucking debacle, but basically these guys ended up right back where they started, which ironically is actually what the plot of Prey 2 was going to be.
Wasn't it a bounty hunter game?
Yeah. Well, okay, so Prey was originally going to be about an interstellar bounty hunter. It was kind of condensed into a more focused story, and then they were going to kind of expand back out and reapproach the sort of bounty hunter type thing for Prey 2.
Hmm.
And there was going to be time looping mechanics and stuff, and the ending was going to be a big twist of like, oh, you thought you escaped the time loop? No, you eventually have a happy life and die of old age, and then
Start
you
all over
restart
again.
the time loop. Yeah, and that was the twist ending.
Bummer.
Which I mean, predictable, but still kind of cool.
Yeah, seen it before
If it's
for sure.
yeah, but cool if it's executed correctly. It's one of those like, oh, I saw that coming, but still, yeah. But then that never happened, and the developers, my understanding of it is that uh, they were shut down. They left. They formed their own studio, and then that studio eventually ended up being acquired by Bethesda. So
Yeah,
yeah, but yeah, this game is fun. It's
it's great.
short. It's super short. It's like a 4 hour long game.
Yep. Very
It's
cinematic
fun.
for a first person.
Yeah, very
game.
cinematic. It's got Art Bell in it, which is cool because the Art Bell was like this. I don't know if you're familiar with him, but he was this radio personality who did a show called Coast to Coast AM, which was basically like a UFO kind of show. Like call
Did
in and tell us your weird stories
Did he
about
play a character
whatever.
or did he play
He played himself.
Who was he in the game? Like where
He
was he just like a cameo character or
there is an episode of Coast to Coast AM that is happening as the game is going on, and there are people calling about the strange things that are happening as a result of this alien abduction that
in the
happens at
bar
the beginning of
scene?
the game. Yeah, in the bar scene.
Okay,
And
now.
you can pick up Earth radio transmissions throughout the ship, and it's Art Bell
That's funny.
doing an episode of Coast to Coast AM about this
UFOs.
abduction that's happening.
That's funny.
And
That's
people
cool.
calling in about weird stuff. There's a point where an alien calls into the show.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I was like, that is such a fucking cool way to have a cameo in there.
First game
And
with
there's a bunch
portals too.
yeah, that's right. It had portals in it before Portal came out.
Yep.
You couldn't like create them,
No,
but they were
but they were
part
there.
of puzzles. Yeah. It also had like shrinking and stuff. Like you would go through a portal and you'd come out through a smaller portal and you'd be shrunk down.
Yeah, that was cool.
It's funny. A lot of this feels like kind of a good version of Duke Nukem Forever, because there's stuff that Duke Nukem Forever did that this game did before and well.
It's pretty campy
And it even kind of feels like well, I should say Duke Nukem Forever kind of feels like it, but not as good. I honestly like, I makes me wonder, like, was Duke Nukem Forever going to be on this engine at some point? or what? Because
it was probably on every engine at some point.
Yeah, honestly, it probably was. Did you know that game, the final version of that game, is still on Unreal Engine 1, though?
Yeesh.
It's a super modified version of Unreal Engine 1, but it's still Unreal Engine 1.
It says all you need to know.
Yeah.
Yeah, check out Prey. I don't know if there's any way to play it anymore, but check it out.
I think you can still get it on Steam.
There you go. Check it out.
It's probably good. Like $10. I doubt that they're selling this for much.
Yeah,
go play it. It's fun. Weapons feel good.
Yeah.
It's kind of horrifying in some places.
Yeah, there's some
human processing.
Yeah.
If you thought that Quake 4 got gory in some places, oh man.
Yeah, I mean, look, there's a naked dude right here.
And like Quake 4, 4 is a game in which you go through the strugification process for first person, and I would still say that this game is a bit more graphic in some places.
Yeah.
It's pretty extreme, but yeah, I like this game.
Yeah, it's great. Hidden Gem. So that's 20 years old. And then I have one game for 30 years old, which I never played, but
Nights into Dreams.
Yeah, it's pretty good apparently.
Yeah, I still have not played this. I really need to make the effort to, because it always looked really fun.
I played the Dreamcast one, but not the original though.
Yeah.
Weird game, that's for sure.
Hmm.
I don't really know how you describe it. You're basically like a flying magician flying through hoops
Yeah,
and
it's like
collecting stuff.
you're like doing like aerial tricks in a side scrolling sort of. It's side scrolling, but like the path loops around in 3D space.
Yeah,
You only move on a two-dimensional plane, but
yeah.
yeah, it's about doing tricks and trying to get like the as many rings in a combo and stuff. It's yeah,
Yeah. So 30 years old. Congratulations.
still looks really nice.
It does.
I mean, the pop in aside is really really aggressive, but like it's a
Yeah.
Sega Saturn game.
Yep.
Honestly, it's pretty smooth for a Saturn game.
Yeah, it looks really good. So happy birthday, video games. Thank you for your contributions to the gaming industry.
Hmm.
All right, it's time for the Metacritic check-in.
Oh,
Like,
you put some spice on that.
you like that? You like that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So two games to check in with. We're kind of entering the season of, taking a little bit of a break on the releases.
Yeah,
But
until September.
actually, July's looking pretty heavy too. Honestly, just
Oh, really?
June was kind of empty for whatever reason, which is really weird because there's normally a big June game. There's normally like a big June game, but like Last of Us came out in June, for example. But we didn't really get anything this year. Weird. So first off, on the Metacritic check-in is a game I've been waiting for, and that's Deer and Boy, the inside like where you play as this I guess lost boy who befriends a baby deer. And you see there, and you kind of work together. It's an emotional puzzle platforming adventure that I've been really looking
Can he
forward
fly
to.
with fairy dust?
I don't think it's that kind of a game, although I do see in the
You said he
trailers
was a lost boy.
from
Wah, wah.
Neverland.
Yeah.
I like that song. A lot of people hate that song. There is some magical something going on though, because at some point in the trailer, it looks like as you play the game, the deer grows, gets older. So I don't know how long they're.
Is that the train
lost
from
for.
Super 8?
That's all. I love that movie, by the way. Great movie.
It looked like it looked exactly like where they were shooting at in Super 8 when the train derailed.
I think I might watch that now. I love that movie. Underrated. Yeah. See, the deer gets older as you play the game, and at one point his antlers start to like glow. So I don't know.
Oh.
Something going on there. Something going on. There it is. There it is.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's a forest spirit right there.
It could be. It could be. But yeah, looks great. Metacritic score is 75 from critics. User score 88. So it's doing pretty well. Doing pretty well
people
for
are
this little
liking it.
game. Yeah, I think it's a really tiny team that made this. How many people made Deer?
The animation of that deer bounding into the background to come around and close the door, that was good.
Mm-hmm.
That looked really good.
20 people made this game. 20 people.
Yeah,
Handmade.
okay.
No AI. All handmade.
Love to hear it.
Yeah. So check that out. I will be checking that out at some point for sure. And then the other one, of course, I guess this is kind of the big game of the month, and that's Star Fox, the remake.
Sort of. Yeah.
Yeah,
I hear it's good, but like, of course it is.
It's Star Fox 64. Yeah, exactly.
It's a good game that they've done multiple times already. So like, yeah, of course it's going to be great.
Critics and users agree, 82 and 83 respectively. So
yeah,
doing great.
Yeah, that's about what I would give Star Fox 64.
Yeah, it seems like most people are kind of in agreement that they hope that this is a new foundation for sequels to be made in the vein of this game and kind of reboot the franchise instead of going back to like Assault and all that crap.
I constantly harp on like, oh, why did they make this? But if it results in new Star Fox games being made, like new classic Star Fox games, then sure.
I have to assume that that's why they called it just Star Fox, because it's like a relaunch of the IP.
Yeah. Whatever it takes to get me another corridor shooter Star Fox game.
Yep.
It isn't fucking Star Fox Command on the DS.
I feel real bad for that indie studio making I think it's called Wild Blue Skies. Do you remember that?
Oh yeah. That game's apparently good as well, though.
Yeah, oh yeah, but it's just like kind of takes the wind out of their sails because they were that at some point they must have been like, they're not making a fucking Star Fox game. Let's make a Star Fox game.
Isn't one of the people working on that game from the Star Fox team at Argonaut?
Let's see. So the game is an indie spiritual successor to Star Fox developed by Chuhai Labs. The team is led by Giles Goddard, who was a key programmer on Star Fox for Super Nintendo.
Yeah, okay.
There you go.
Yeah, that game, I've seen some footage of that game. It's got like a really nice like cell shaded art style. Like it looks very
I played
clean.
the demo.
Yeah,
it was good.
Try it too.
Yeah, it was good. I mean, it feels like Star Fox.
There's another one out there that's deliberately going for like the Super FX chip look of like the really like super low poly, like flat colored style of the original game.
Well, this one isn't. This one's like a cell shaded, like its own thing.
Yeah. But there's another one that's deliberately
doing the Super Nintendo style.
Yeah, and I forget what it's called, but I mean, it's people can find it. I'm sure it shouldn't be that hard to find.
Yep.
It looks really good, by the way. Like running that visual style, but at really high resolution and a good frame rate, it looks like really clean.
Yeah. I'm just loading up something really quick right here while we look at this beautiful footage of Star Fox.
Yeah, it is a really good looking game, and it runs at 60 FPS.
Yep.
Which the original did not.
Kind of a need, in my opinion, these days. Kind of a need. Okay, so this is what I was looking for. Where is the deep? And the deep ones. Of course, they're going to hide it on me now. Yep, they're hiding it. Son of a bitch. Oh, nope, there it is. Okay. So before we move on to the news, there's two things to go through. First off, the Steam Summer Sale is on now, and they have their deep discounts page. So I just want to quickly go through it here and see if there's anything we can recommend. Plague Tale Innocence is on for only $3.99. That's a steal.
I should look this up too.
Yeah, $3.99 for that one. I would recommend checking that out. Hotline Miami, if you never played it, it's only 99 cents. Go check that out. Ghostwire Tokyo, it's only $5.99. That's a significant discount for that game. I plan on playing that.
I have the Binding of Isaac for less than $2 Canadian, but I assume probably everybody owns that game at some point.
Yeah,
a game goes on sale all the time.
Yeah. Like, who doesn't own that game that wants to at this point? It's kind of weird.
Also, there was a Bendy and the Ink Machine sequel.
Oh, yeah. I think there's multiple sequels now. I think there's, like, spin-offs and stuff. That blew up. Yeah. The Invincible is only $2.99. I've
Ooh, Dead Space is like $8.
Is that the remake?
Yes, let's find out.
Yeah,
yes, it is.
The remake is $5.99 Canadian. Nice. So that's worth checking out. So yeah, those are.
The Witcher 3 is $5.59 Canadian.
I mean, is there anybody who hasn't played that game?
Go get Carrion. It's less than $3 Canadian.
Also a good one to pick up.
Love Carrion.
There we go. 10. As I mentioned, Sons of the Forest is only $8.99. Dave the Diver's $10. If you want to check that game out. The Resident Evil 4 remake is $10.
Why is it only showing me so many? Can't I?
If you go to there's a deep discount section. We'll list everything under $10.
It's only showing me like 20 games.
Oh, that's probably the featured deep discounts. You have to go down on the main page a little bit further, and you'll find the under 10 and under 5.
On the main page a little bit further.
Yeah, look on the right-hand side. There's an under 10 and under 5 button that you can click on. About halfway down.
It probably doesn't help that I'm looking at the web version because I don't have Steam open right now.
Oh yeah. It might be different on the actual page. Hogwarts Legacy.
Well, whatever.
$8.99. That's crazy.
Right, what was that for $8?
Hogwarts Legacy. Normally $60 Canadian. Valheim's only $10. Batman Arkham Knight, if you never played that, $3.99.
Here we go. Now I've got it.
Resident Evil 7, $7.99. Devil May Cry, $4, or Devil May Cry 5, $4.49. A good deal.
Yeah, that just came out on the Switch.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. What are you talking about? Are you looking at American pricing?
No, Canadian.
Devil May Cry 5 for $4.49.
Yep.
Why is it telling me it's like $7?
Well, if you're on the website, maybe that's why. Maybe you're seeing American.
No, it's giving me Canadian pricing. What the hell?
I don't know. Maybe they're doing that dynamic pricing thing. Maybe I get games for cheaper.
I hate that shit. I hope not. I fucking hate that shit.
I haven't seen them announce that, so I don't think so. Dredge, another great game, $9.99. Highly recommend that.
You can get vampire crawlers for 10% off.
Yeah,
but it's only like a $13 game, so
yeah. Blasphemous 2, $7.49. Resident Evil 2 remake, $7.99. I mean,
yeah, it's showing up as $12 for me. What's the percentage discount that you're seeing?
For which one?
For Resident Evil 2.
80.
I'm also seeing 80. What the fuck? Regular. Maybe it is showing me. What?
American? It's got to be showing you American dollars. Got to be.
The regular price of this game is not $60, is it?
Of Resident Evil 2?
Yeah.
$39.99.
What? This is strange. This is bizarre.
Yeah, I don't know. Don't know why that's happening to you. Pacific Drive. There's a game you could check out. $8.90. I really like that one.
Ooh, Castle Crashers. If, again, you don't own that game in the fucking 17 years or whatever it's been available.
Yeah. Bioshock Infinite, $7.49. Another great one. Resident Evil 3, $7.99. Inscription, only $7.99. Undertale, $2.49. So yeah, we could keep going. This
Noita for $9. That's a fun game.
Yeah, you can spend a lot of money on the Steam summer sales. Be careful, but check out the deals. They're pretty insane. Check them out.
Ooh, Resident Evil 6 for $7.49. That's better than getting Resident Evil 5 for $7.49. I'll tell you that.
I would not pay $2 for that game.
Fuck you.
All right, let's move on. So yeah, make sure you check out the Steam Summer Sale. Let's take a look
Papers,
ahead.
Please. Get Papers, Please.
Yes, also a good game.
And Sonic Mania. So they'll make it Sonic Mania 2, please.
Yeah, I'm surprised they haven't, honestly. It's a little weird.
Yeah.
Let's take a look ahead at the Games of July. The Games of July 2026. Starting with a game that I was mad led off the Nintendo Direct. Rhythm Heaven Groove launches on Switch and Switch 2 July 2nd. It's the Rhythm Party game, I guess you could say. Assassin's Creed 4 Remake, or Resynced as they're calling it, July 9th. This game looks fucking gorgeous, man. I can't wait. I really want to play it, but I'm not going to play it at launch. But I would say it's probably my second favorite Assassin's Creed game. I really hope the remake lives up to its greatness.
I've never played it, so I have nothing to add.
Super good. The surprise that keeps on giving. Palworld. Version 1.0. It's exiting early access. Let's see. What's the date on that? July 10th. If it survives Nintendo's lawsuit, which it seems like it's going to at this point, because it's taking a really long time. And they've made adjustments and stuff, so I don't think they're gonna. I think it's gonna survive somehow. I think it's gonna survive. I have no interest in it, but it's a big deal. I thought I'd mention this one. This is an expansion pack for The Alters, that cool game that I played, where you're a character that lands on a deserted planet and you make a bunch of copies of yourself from different versions of yourself. It's getting an expansion pack called Lost Variable. Launches July 13th from 11-Bit Studios. I love everything 11-Bit Studios makes. They're just really great. Well, except for Frostpunk 2, apparently. Couldn't get into that game for whatever reason. Might be something I give a try, give another shot at some point. but there's that. Another big Nintendo game, Splatoon Raiders. That is on July 23rd, which I believe is Switch 2 only. Yeah, Switch 2 exclusive.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep an eye on that one. That might be another one that I add to my when I get a Switch 2 play this list. I don't know. I know I don't. I have no interest in the multiplayer game, but maybe I'll like the single.
Yeah, I played Splatoon 1 for a little while.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it, but I kind of got everything I needed out of it, and so I never played 2 or 3.
Same. Halo campaign Evolved, which we'll be talking about in the news, launches July 28th. That's the remake of Halo 1. No multiplayer, which I still find very strange. It's just the campaign.
What?
It's
There's
just
no multiplayer.
It's just the campaign only. There's no you can't do the multiplayer from Halo.
Well, then who the fuck cares?
I don't know.
It's like
I mean, people that love playing it on Legendary, like you and me, would love to play it. But yeah, I don't know why they didn't include the multiplayer suite. Little strange.
It's so bizarre. Like, that's what keeps the game alive after everybody's beaten the campaign in a weekend.
Maybe it's cheaper than normal. Let's see. How much does Halo campaign Evolved cost? 50 US, 69 Canadian. So it is. It's still.
It's cheaper than current game price.
Well, no, not really, because like Nintendo pricing is higher, but everywhere, every other game is. Well, we'll talk about pricing in a little bit. But that's like top tier AAA pricing, not Nintendo, essentially right now. Yeah, that should probably be a little bit lower if it doesn't include the multiplayer.
Yeah, or you could just go and get Halo the Master Chief Collection on PC and get Halo 1 in that.
Does anyone play? Does anyone play the multiplayer suite on Master Chief Collection?
Yeah, lots of people play Master Chief Collection.
No, but like specifically, because they like, is it specifically, like, do they divide it up? Like, is it Halo 1 multiplayer, Halo 2 multiplayer, Halo 3 multiplayer, Halo ODST multiplayer? Like, is it all split up like that?
Yeah.
And there's people that play all of them?
Yeah. Well, in the case of Halo 1, it has the Reach multiplayer.
Oh. Interesting. So you're wrong technically.
I mean, I guess technically, but it has some kind of multiplayer, and this has none.
Yeah.
I mean, other than co-op, I guess.
Yeah, which we'll get into in the news. As you can see,
I did wish that it had the like compatibility with all the old like Halo 1 PC version mods, because there's a ton of that stuff.
Oh, I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. I thought Rayman's coming out, but no, that's not till October. But Rayman is a part of our first piece of news. As always, we start off with the sad news of the week. Claude Guillemot, one of the 5 co-founders behind Ubisoft, died in a plane crash this week. So
this is the 1 week in which we will not refer to Ubisoft crashing and burning.
Oh, Jesus.
Out of respect.
I think you just did. I could be wrong on that.
I'm being respectful.
Yeah, okay.
Being respectful.
He was 69 years old. He was one of 2 passengers aboard a twin-engine plane, a Cessna 421, when it crashed in La Baule, a commune in western France, Friday. According to a French outlet via Bloomberg, he was reportedly the aircraft's owner and pilot and was accompanied by a flight instructor. Both were killed in the crash. Wonder what went wrong. Weird. Additional details related to the crash have yet to be revealed. Ubisoft released a statement, quote, Ubisoft was deeply saddened to learn of the death of Claude Guillemot, co-founder of the group and chairman of Guillemot Corp, in an accident. Our thoughts are with his family and loved ones during this difficult time. No further statements will be made. Guillemot and his 4 brothers, Christian, Gerard, Michel, and Yves, I think is how you say his name, the one we all know, formed Ubisoft in 1986. Beginning with games like Zombie and Bat, the brothers eventually turned the company into one of the biggest video game publishers in the world. Obviously, it currently oversees IP like Rayman, Assassin's Creed, Watch Dogs, Tom Clancy, Prince of Persia, Beyond Good and Evil, not really, and more.
Yeah.
Very sad. What's with plane crashes lately? Can we just talk about that real quick? There's plane crashes like every week now. What is happening? Can we figure that out, guys? It used to be statistically the most safe way to travel. I can't imagine it is anymore.
Yeah.
There's a lot of plane crashes. What's going on?
Yeah, the thing about plane crashes is that there's not a lot of opportunity to walk away from them.
No.
You know, like car crashes range from like fender benders to,
head-on collisions.
Just wrapping around a tree.
Yeah.
There's no such thing as a fender bender with a plane crash.
No. Well, I mean, I guess if you're in a little Cessna, you could glide into a runway. If you were like if your
at that speed, gone. No, not really.
What speed?
The speed at which a plane moves. It moves pretty fast, man.
Oh yeah, but like if an engine cuts out, people land planes safely all the time when an engine cuts out. That's why I'm wondering what the cause of this crash was. Like what could have that? I mean, if their engine cut out and they were far away from anywhere they could land, that makes total sense to me. Mm-hmm. But like or the only other thing you can think of, like when it comes to a plane crash, is like
control failure or something.
Yeah, like if the what do you call it? The rudder decided to be like, okay, you're turned down, and then you can't get it back up, like, and then you're just dive bombing right into the ground. But like, it just seems weird, like for something like that to happen these days. Interested in seeing what the outcome of the investigation is, but either way, not a fun way to go. Rest in peace, Claude Chemo. Just as a heads up, there was so many big news pieces this week that I really didn't know which order to put them in. So we're just going to go with the order I put them in. And if you think that something should have gone first, well, create your own show.
we're getting to it.
Yeah, we're getting to it. So we're going to start off with GTA 6. Lots of new details have been revealed because the pre-orders have gone live. To kick things off, pricing has been revealed. The standard edition is $79.99, which is the same price as Nintendo's first party. Not all of them, obviously, but Mario Kart World is $79.99. What else is that? Fire Emblem, Fortune's Weave, the new Fire Emblem game, $79.99. But overall, throughout the entire industry, most games are still $69.99, so this is a $10 increase from standard video game pricing. Not Nintendo, notwithstanding. And the Ultimate Edition is $99.99, and it includes exclusive content, which we'll get to in a second. This is a good. So sticking strictly with pricing, because there's a whole unwrapping to do about all of the various things that have been announced about GTA 6. So sticking specifically with the price, I think it's a good thing and a bad thing simultaneously that they picked this price, because they could have gotten away with saying, yeah, our game's worth $99.99 and you're going to pay that. We know you are, just straight out the gate, all versions.
Well, saying that, it's a good thing because they didn't do even worse than they already did. I don't think you need to give credit for people being slightly.
That's not
less
why I was going to say it was a
greedy
good thing. That's just what I'm leading off with. But that's only one piece of the puzzle. The other good part of it is that this puts a ceiling on game prices for everyone else. Now nobody can go up above $79.99 because there's no fucking way that your game is worth more than a game that costs $2 billion to make. You are an idiot if you do that. So it's just not gonna happen now. They've set the precedent. Like, even they are like, no, games should not be more than $79.99 US.
Yeah, but that's still a lot of money.
For sure. Don't get me wrong. I agree. This is why I don't buy games day one. I think it's ridiculous, and it's why I haven't bought a Switch, because I'm like, I'm not paying $80 for fucking Mario Kart World. It's ridiculous. So on one side, it's a good thing, because had they said it's $99.99, You can totally see a world where all the other AAA developers go, oh, well, if GTA's
Okay, you
worth
said that
$99.99.
there's more to this, and it's not like what I said it was, but it still sounds like it's what I said I
Well,
was.
think about it.
You're giving them credit
Well,
for not being as greedy as they could have been.
we should be, because if they had have done that,
No,
all the other,
we do not.
hold on.
We
Let me
do
finish.
not need to give them credit for being less greedy. That's how they.
No.
How they get
That's
you
not
now.
what I'm giving them credit for. If they had done that, they would have set a precedent for the rest of the AAA developers to be like, well, if they can get away with $99.99, well, we're at $69.99, so everyone else would increase. It's good that they
should
didn't
have
do
said
that.
no. We'll price it at $80 or $70 or whatever, like everybody else.
Mhm.
And then that would discourage, because now everybody's going to try to push towards 80.
Right, which was the point that I hadn't gotten to yet, which is it's a double-edged sword where it's like it's good because it puts a cap on the price, but it's bad because people might come up. But it could have been worse had they gone to $99.99 for the standard edition.
Lots of things could have been worse. You don't have to say, oh, well, at least, I may have gotten all my arms and legs blown off, but at least my head didn't get blown off, so I guess I should be happy.
I mean, you don't think for 1 second that they considered doing that? It's GTA 6. This game is going to sell billions of dollars. They could have been like, yeah, we can get away with it. Fuck it. But they didn't. So I think that's a good thing. I can't imagine that's a bad thing.
It's just less bad than it could have been.
It's just less bad. Yes, it's just less bad.
Still in the negatives.
And again,
I don't think you need to give people credit for something unless it's at least in the positive.
I'm not giving anybody fucking credit. I'm just saying from an analysis standpoint, we're already in a shit position. They could have made it 10 times worse for us, and they decided not to. So that is a good thing. I'm not handing them a fucking gift bag and saying thank you so much, Rockstar. But it is a good thing for the industry. You can't deny that. Can't deny that.
No, I can deny it, and I do.
So you deny that you think you'd be fine if they priced it at $99.99?
No, I'm not saying that. And you know this. I'm saying that they shouldn't have priced it at $80 because now this is people are gonna go, we can get away with 80.
Here's why I think that's wrong. You should be blaming Nintendo, not Rockstar. Because Nintendo was like, they opened the floodgates, not Rockstar. Like, Nintendo was like, yeah, Mario Kart World is worth $80. On what fucking planet?
Nintendo is not blameless here, but we're not talking about Nintendo. We're talking about Rockstar.
But if you're a Rockstar and you're a business, and you go, okay, we spent $2 billion on our game. What's the highest priced game out there right now? Well, Nintendo's got Mario Kart World for $80.
That's the kind of thinking that's like, oh, well, we can do whatever we want. We can justify it by saying we spent a whole bunch of money on this.
But
you're apologizing for them. Yeah.
They did, though.
They didn't have to, though, because it's a GTA game, and like you said, it'll sell billions.
I mean, sure, but at least they're putting it back into their product.
I guess, but now they're
apparently they have. We'll see what the game looks like when we actually see it. Because I still find it very strange that they haven't shown gameplay yet. It's fucking weird. I mean, they don't have to. Weird. They don't have to. It's fucking GTA 6. It's going to sell either way. But, like, it is a little weird. And it's even more weird that they didn't show a trailer on this pre-order date. I'm like, where's the fucking trailer, guys? Where's the gameplay? Where's the UI? Nothing? Like, when are we getting that shit? It's weird. You can't tell me that the game's not coming out at this point. It's clearly that release date is, like, rock solid. There's no way it's not at this point. But no gameplay? Instead, they release something like 70 screenshots, but they're all this.
They're all very clearly cinematic screenshots and not.
Yeah. Which I'm not saying that the game won't look like this. This is all in-engine, clearly. But, like, show me someone playing the game. Like, we have no idea what you do in this game. I mean, it's a GTA game, so you're going to be driving around, you're going to be shooting people, whatever the case is, right? But, like, we know nothing beyond that.
Right.
It's weird. It's so fucking weird. This game is, like, 4 months away, and we know nothing besides the name of the protagonists and the fact that it takes place in Vice City again. Weird. Like they're keeping it so close to. I can't believe it hasn't leaked like crazy by now.
Yeah.
Weird. which we'll get into in a second, actually, because the next piece of info, besides the pricing, where is it here? All right. This is the one that's rocking the boat a little bit more than other things, which we'll get to after this. GTA 6 does have a physical edition, but it will not have a disc in it.
No, it's just so it doesn't have a physical edition.
Yeah, so you'll buy a case and it will have a code in it, and which is what Nintendo's doing in a lot of cases. But that's obviously extremely disheartening. I don't think it's the worst thing in the world, but it's not good. I understand so they've explained in some side interviews why they're doing it. Mostly it has to do with two things. For them, number one, it prevents used game sales. So they get all the money, which GameStop must be pissed. They must be pissed. And then the other thing is that it and I don't know how this is the case, but I guess it's possible. It's a leak preventer, because games aren't sitting in a warehouse somewhere with the disc, so no one can just take one home and just start playing it and leak the game. They have to.
But it's really about preventing secondhand sales.
Yeah,
and everybody's got to get it off of them.
Yeah, crazy. So this really kind of makes me mad, because now I can't get it from the library, because there's no way to do that. So I have to buy this game at some point, which I'm not going to be buying this game right away. I'm very, very curious how much of the footage that we're seeing is PC or PS5 Pro.
Yeah, that's the other thing we don't know, is what this is even captured from.
Yeah. Because this game might be. I mean, I'm sure when it launches on PlayStation 5 base console, it won't look like shit, because it's Rockstar. But there's got to be some concessions with how good this looks. Got to be some concessions. So I'm interested in that. So I might just wait until PlayStation 6 or the PC release or something. I don't know. But I'm not buying it for the base PlayStation 5. It feels like it's not going to be a good fit. They are co-marketing this with PlayStation specifically, though. So I mean, who else would they do it with? Xbox?
Yeah,
that ain't gonna happen. But all their advertisements have PlayStation logos on them. The other piece of information is, where is it here? Here we go. So the Ultimate Edition is pissing people off. So it's $20 more than the base price. So it's $99.99, and it includes exclusive content, such as the following: a specific car called a Vapid Dominator buggy, and the Paradise Garage. Says a Mud Club monster offering impressive off-road handling for the backwoods of Mount Caliga and beyond, conveniently stored at a garage in Watson Bay, featuring a weapon locker to customize your loadout for any occasion, plus a stash box to deposit stolen goods to be fenced. So it's basically like a location on the map that if you don't have the Ultimate Edition, you won't be able to enter or use.
Yeah, it's like a pre-order bonus, except now you need to pay $20 for it.
Yeah.
Instead of just buying the game early.
There's another sports car, the Grotti Cheetah. Another location, the Vapid Ganado retro build at Jason's Safe House. Some more vehicles, vehicle mod shops, classic car collections, a couple of guns, personal weapon variants, Vice City styles, so I guess wearables, a whole line of apparel and accessories that you won't be able to access without it, an entire clothing store that you won't be able to access without it,
Jesus Christ,
a salon that you won't be able to access without it, a tattoo parlor you won't be able to access without it. So it's $20 for So here's the thing that annoys me specifically about this is I've never been someone who gives two shits about paying extra for a bunch of cosmetic items. I couldn't give two shits. But when they're actual locations on the map that in my version of the game they're locked and you just can't go inside, that's kind of bullshit. And to charge $20 for that is even more bullshit because that has to be like 0.5% of the game. 0.2%
not
of the
even
game.
that. That's like a fragment of a fraction of a
and yet
percent.
you're charging $20 extra on
And
top of the 80.
It's not like it's more work that they're doing. The work is already done.
Yeah. And it's certainly not worth $20
that they're setting to 0. Like, did player buy special edition? 0. Then keep all this stuff locked. Like, that data is there.
Yeah.
It's just you can't access it because your bought special edition or full price edition or whatever flag is not set to yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like when Capcom, they put out Dead Rising, and there were those secret areas that you could buy the keys to. They were like $2 or something, but it was basically on disc DLC, right? You had to buy the key
stuff,
to
yeah. Fuck.
Yeah.
That's
you had to buy the keys to unlock these areas of the mall for like access to secret places or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. Now these are just stores, so is it really going to bother me in the 80 hours that I spend playing the single player campaign? Probably not. But is it worth $20 when the game is worth $80?
Considering the bajillion dollars they're going to make on this game.
Like the value proposition of $20 for that makes 0 sense when the game costs $80. So you're saying $20 of the game goes to goes to those specific 3 stores?
$20 higher than it should be priced, and now you're going for an additional $20 on top of that.
Yeah, it just doesn't make any sense from a value proposition. It's asinine. I don't know. So don't fall for it, people. Don't buy it. You will, because you want to give them money, but stupid. I just don't understand. It's not $20 worth of content. If the whole game was $80 worth of content, that's not worth $20. It doesn't make any sense. It's just ridiculous. Although you do get a month of is it Grand Theft Auto Plus or
Rockstar whatever Plus the fuck that is.
Whatever that is. I don't know what the fuck that is. So there's that. So, oh yeah, the other thing about that is, when you get the Ultimate Edition, when you pre-order the game, whether it's the Standard Edition,
you'll get it,
or the Ultimate Edition, you get a month free of GTA Plus, which, let's see what this is. Featuring a recurring monthly $500,000 deposit into your GTA Online character bank account, access to special shark cards. Okay, so it's a bunch of GTA Online stuff, which isn't launching with GTA 6, which makes me confused. But the kicker of it is that it auto renews after the free month. So you're pre-ordering it to get this stuff, and then you're probably not going to pay attention, and all of a sudden you're going to have an $8 charge on your next Visa bill.
Yeah.
So that's kind of shady. They're just trying to milk the shit out of people.
Yep.
IGN did a poll. I know, and this is obviously just IGN's audience, so it's not really representative of really much at all, but 70% of the people that voted in the poll will buy the Ultimate Edition. The fuck is wrong with you people? The fuck is wrong with you people? It's not worth $20. It's just not. It just isn't. You guys are nuts. $20 for some cosmetics in a couple stores. All right, well, have fun with that, I guess. There's not even the Ultimate Edition doesn't even come with 3-day early access or anything. It's just that. That's all it is.
Yeah.
It's okay, $20. Okay, whatever you say. So that's it. That's all for GTA 6. I will play it at some point, but can we see the game? Can we see the game, guys? At some point. All right, moving on. Steam Machine reviews and pricing have gone up.
Yep.
And this is a TJ Leo was right moment, because the Steam Machine starts $1,049 USD. And that is only for the 512 gigabyte version that doesn't come with a controller. The amount of like people that are gonna buy this and not realize it doesn't have a controller, I can see it now. They're like, why is there no controller in the box? Well, because you didn't buy the version that comes with a controller. Like, why sell it without a controller? It doesn't make any sense. There is a version that you can buy with the controller, so the prices go up from $1049. Why anyone would buy the $1049 version is kind of beyond me. So
well, I already have a controller, so why would I?
Oh, an Xbox controller, you mean?
Yeah.
I mean, if you have an Xbox controller, I guess then sure. I feel like you would want the Steam controller though, because it launches into big picture mode. Does the Xbox have the ability to like?
Yeah, you hit the Xbox, like you hit the guide button on it.
Okay. It acts like the Steam button. Okay, that's cool. So if you do want to add the Steam controller to the 512 gigabyte bundle, you're now at $1,128 US, which does mean you're getting the Steam controller for $20 less than getting it on its own. So there is that to keep in mind. However, Valve is also selling a 2 terabyte model, which without a controller is $1,349 USD. With a controller, $1,428. And I gotta say, if I was gonna buy this, which obviously I'm not,
no,
and I can't picture, like, why would you buy the 512 version? That's like not a lot of storage these days for
because it's the only way you can afford, presumably.
And that's the other thing is that spec-wise, it's finally been revealed that it's basically as powerful as somewhere between a Switch 2 and a PlayStation 5 base unit. So you're paying $400, $300 more for a mid-ranged PC for your living room? Yeah. Why wouldn't you just spend $300 less to get a PlayStation? Because at least there you get exclusives. I went from being excited for the Steam machine to having one question. Who is this for?
Well, of course, you have to remember, when this was conceived of and designed and announced, we were not in the middle of the RAM crisis.
True.
And the price was going to be lower.
But so would the PlayStation 5 price.
Yeah.
So it'd still be more expensive and still have the same issues.
It would still be more expensive, being that it is a fully fledged computer that you can do anything with. It's more flexible. But there's a certain.
That's not what it's for. It's also got Linux and like. So basically, what I've discovered, this is not a mainstream device like we all hoped it would be. It's not. It's for the hardcore. But the thing, and I talk myself out of this every time I talk about this. It's not for the hardcore, because if it was for if you're a hardcore gamer, you're just gonna spend $500 more and get like a beast PC that's way more powerful. So again, the question is, who is this for?
Well, at a certain price point, what it offers isn't completely illogical. But at the price point that it now exists at, it doesn't make any sense.
I'm kind of questioning. I mean, I guess they had no choice but to release it, and I'm sure it's still going to sell out like the Steam Deck does, because.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like they could have not done it.
Yeah, they were too far along to be like, well, we can't sit on these, because if we sit on them, by the time prices go down, if they ever do, this thing's going to be old as shit and no one's going to want it anyway. So we got to get it out there for the hardcore that want it. But I want to talk to somebody who orders this and go, why are you buying? Like, what is this for?
Yeah, at this point, it's
a waste of money. Sense. Like, it's just a waste of money. I don't get it. It's so weird. Like, the only scenario that I can possibly fathom, and it's a stretch, is that if you're a hardcore gamer and you have this beast library of Steam games, and you have kids, maybe buy the Steam machine, put it in the living
Yeah,
room, and you
maybe.
have access to all those games. But that
It's
is
a it's a pretty
sh-
specific circumstance. Yeah.
that's a niche little lane there. So like, I really want to talk to someone who wants this and go, why do you want this? And my theory is that they think they want it because it's new and shiny, and then what's going to
Mhm.
happen is it's going to sit and collect dust, and they're never going to use it. That's I
Yeah.
yeah.
Apparently, it's also it's underpowered not in the hardware sense, but literally in the amount of electricity that it's being fed
Hmm.
for cooling reasons. Like the hardware is capable of much more, but they undervolt it to to keep the thermals under control.
Hmm. It does have a
Um,
cool um, heat dispersion design. Everything kind of just flows through it. So like it
yeah,
throws
and
through the
have
front
you
and out the
seen one of
back.
them? Have you seen one of them taken apart yet?
No, no, I have not.
80% of that thing is heatsink.
Oh yeah, someone showed me the back of it, and it was just like it's just like a wall of heatsink
Well,
that
like
just passes
if
through.
you take the case off, it looks like a full size desktop CPU cooler with how massive it is,
Yeah, yeah,
but fit into there. Like the actual computer part of it is like the bottom 20%,
yeah. And I
and
think
the
it
rest is
was.
just cooling unit.
I'm not sure if it was Digital Foundry or IGN, but they did a thing where they tried to make an equally powerful PC as the Steam machine, but as a PC, custom built. And they
Mhm,
successfully did that. The only real benefit of the Steam machine is the form factor. It's small.
mhm. Yeah,
Besides that, it has basically nothing going for it.
yeah.
It, like I said,
Like I said, it made a
e-
lot more sense when it was likely going to be priced at $700 to $800.
but even let's picture ourselves before all this, before the AI, what are they calling it? The Rampocalypse. They're calling it the
Mhm,
Rampocalypse. Before the Rampocalypse, let's say it comes out, PlayStation 5 is still 550.
mhm.
And this thing would be 7 to 999 depending on how they structure it.
Let's say $800.
Say $800 for the base unit.
Mhm.
What even at that point, what is the advantage still? I guess just a cheap PC?
Yeah, a PC that's good enough for gaming. You're going to be gaming at like a lower resolution. You're not doing 4K on this thing, not at least without like DLSS or FSR or something. You're not doing native 4K on this. So like 1080p gaming at like medium to low quality settings
Right.
for big heavy games like Cyberpunk.
So like
Um,
I'm putting myself in the shoes of somebody who is looking at a PlayStation 5 because clearly no one's looking at an Xbox. Looking at a PlayStation
exactly.
5 and goes, their vision goes over and they go, "Oh, look, what's that?" And they see the Steam machine. It's $300 more. Still
Mhm.
relatively cheap in terms of consoles. $800 is not horrendous, but then they go, "Oh, it's as powerful as this." What's Oh, and it doesn't come with a controller? Uh okay, so I got to spend another $100 basically, or $80. Like
I mean,
like
maybe it was intended for people who've only ever had laptops, and want a PC, but want like one that's powerful enough to run games and not be like severely limited the way that laptops are. Because like even gaming laptops, trying to fit like proper cooling into those things is just not possible. So they have to be underpowered. You know, that's the only thing I can think of.
right, it seems so niche
Mhm.
no matter what way you splice it, where it's like I
Yeah,
I,
like
I don't
trying
know.
to have like a low cost like pre-built sort of entry level PC, but also have it be a gaming PC is it's can't really have both. Not if you want to play like current games, even at
And
low quality things.
and maybe that's my question is, why are they able to make the PlayStation cheaper? Because it doesn't have access to Linux or Windows? Is that the
Well,
reason?
the access to Linux is nothing because Linux is free.
Right. So what? So then, how is PlayStation cheaper? They still make a profit on the sale of the hardware. So
Well, they subsidize it a lot with the sale of games, which I guess technically Valve does as well because
right,
of Steam. But
it's if the Steam
that's the,
machine is just Steam OS, then it's doing the
they
same
have
thing.
they have specifically said that they're not subsidizing it with the price of Steam games.
So they're still making a
And I
profit on the hardware. Then they have to be, right?
apparently not a whole lot of profit, but yes, some amount of profit. I don't think the margins are huge.
I
But
guess
like
put yourself in Steam or in Valve's position now. What are they getting from this? I don't understand from a market perspective, from a
what
customer
they were getting
perspective.
before was a gaming PC, and
An
honestly,
entry an
if it had
entry
launched it
level
an
PC.
entry level gaming PC, but honestly, like for a gaming PC, $800 is not that unreasonable unless you're like you're going through like deep discounts, sales, and like used parts and stuff like that. You could make one for less, but it would require like some serious bargain hunting. Um, $800 for an entry level gaming PC with a like bespoke case and chassis design is not unrealistic. But of course, at this point, for over $1,000, it's like, well, that's not really a good value.
And even at 100 or 800, it's still only being sold on the Steam store, right?
Hmm.
You can't get
Yeah,
it in Best Buy. So it's not like somebody it's not like Joe Blow from Idaho goes to GameStop or goes to Best Buy, goes to Amazon and goes,
one
I
says, "Oh, that looks like a decent price."
yeah, I can go to
Yeah,
either of these. They're not even going to see it. So
yeah.
they're the only people that Valve is
We're on something
capturing.
completely different video footage wise, by the way, some sort of interview on something.
So the people like the people that are looking at this as a potential buy are people that were already looking at Steam
Hmm.
and PC gaming to begin with. Like it's a chicken and the egg thing. I just don't understand the purpose of this
I mean,
device.
you could always go to the Steam website instead of using the app if you don't have like a gaming PC, and you could say, "Oh, I will get a gaming PC by
Yeah,
buying this like from my iPhone or whatever." But I see what you mean. Like it's a
that's still a very
you,
narrow market
yeah,
because
it is.
you have to know about it, right?
I mean but that's what the marketing and the hype has been for.
But like that is only capturing the hardcore. Like people, the only people that I'm aware that know about this are people like us that pay attention to the industry, are watching, already use Steam. Um, your mainstream Joe Blow, no idea this exists.
It definitely doesn't help that it's only available direct from Valve.
And they probably
Hmm.
did that to keep the price down, I assume, because they don't have to pay retailers.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, it was a tightrope act before.
yeah,
Now it doesn't really make
yeah,
sense. Like I could see it being logical at about 800 US dollars, but at over $1,000 US, like it just doesn't make any sense anymore.
yeah.
But
E- e-
I mean,
Even at
that's just
800,
out
I
of their
don't get. I
control.
just don't get who it's for. The Steam
I
Deck
mean,
makes sense.
I wouldn't get it. Like that's
Yeah,
the thing.
right.
Like I can see it making sense for the that weird niche that they're targeting. I'm not part of that, but I can at least still see it making sense. Now I don't see it even making sense for that niche.
No, and I don't even understand. Like, there can't be that many of those people. You know what I mean? It just has to be small. Steam Deck makes total sense because it's like, hey, you already play Steam games on your PC. Would you like it to be portable? Fuck yeah,
Yeah,
I would.
Steam Deck makes tons of sense.
Yeah, this just doesn't. I don't get it. It's so weird. It's not what I had pictured. I had pictured a console, at a similarly priced thing it's just a console, and it's not. It's a PC,
Well,
and
it's got to be a PC. You can't just make it exclusively Steam and nothing else.
I mean, PlayStation does, Xbox
Yeah, but
does.
PlayStation. Yeah, but that's a bespoke thing. Like Steam is a program that runs on a computer. Like it's you
So
know what I mean. Like they're not.
they can't make a console version.
I mean, I guess they could, but why would they when Linux is free? It's not like it costs them anything in the operating system.
Yeah, it seems like a product that doesn't need to exist. I guess I mean,
Well, at this point, it definitely doesn't need to
no,
exist.
no, I don't get it. It's so, and the confusing part for me is it's still going to sell out day one.
Well,
Just like
you know what?
you know,
You know what it is. You know what it is. It's an air fryer.
an air fryer.
Yeah, it's an air fryer. It's a thing that doesn't need to exist, but for some people, it is convenient.
I love my air fryer. It's true.
Yeah, yeah.
What's convenient about this
It's
though?
just
I
an oven.
guess. Hey, I mean, picture your hardcore gamer has Steam, has a beast PC.
Yeah,
Why
that's
would
not
he
who
buy
this is
this?
targeted at.
Right. So who is it?
You're trying to look at it from our perspective. No, this is not for us.
But it's not for the mainstream because they don't know it exists, and they don't have a way
I
of
mean,
getting to those people.
uh,
There's no advertising stream. There's no retailers. There's
the
nothing.
no retailers thing is definitely a downside to it, but like it's not like there's no way for people to hear about this.
It's not enough. It's not going to be enough. Like my buddy didn't know this thing existed, and he loves games. I told him the Steam Machine's coming out soon, and it's got a high price. You'll hear about it on the show. And he's like, "What's that?" I was like, "Yeah,
Yeah, I'm not saying that
the
they're doing a
problem."
great job of marketing it.
No, and that's why that's what I mean. It's not targeted.
Would benefit from more
Like,
like exposure than
yeah,
it's already got.
where is it targeted? It's very strange. It's kind of just like I mean, they don't give a shit. They got money coming out the fucking wazoo, so I mean, they don't care. But it just feels like they're just putting it out there without really a plan. It's just like, hey, we offer this now. If you want it, here you go. It's just a strange business decision. That's all. But I guess, like I said, Valve is so rich, so market dominating that they can do stuff like this, even if it doesn't make any business sense.
Yeah.
Very odd. Very cool tech. Very cool box. Very interesting. But the second I found out it was somewhere between a Switch 2 and a PlayStation 5, I'm like, well, I got a PlayStation 5 already. I have a gaming PC. Okay, it's not for me. And then I tried to figure out who the heck it was for, and I was like, I have no fucking idea. Especially
I don't know about between a Switch 2 and a PS5. I think it's a more what I've seen looking at the specs and from what I've heard in reviews, it's about on par with base PS5. Maybe a little bit more powerful. Like it has dedicated GPU memory, which the PS5 does not. But you know,
yeah, I've seen Xbox Series S as the comparison. But I mean, it's hard, right? Because it's it's different hardware, so it's hard to kind of
it is different hardware. And like I said, it is being undervolted for thermal reasons, so that might be bringing it down.
Yeah.
I think in theory, like if it wasn't being undervolted, it could probably meet or surpass base PS5, but with the way, I mean, just because they had to for cooling reasons, maybe that's where the deficit is.
Now, there's no Metacritic for hardware that I can find, but it seems like reviews are anywhere between 6 out of 10 and 8 out of 10. 8 was the highest. That's what IGN gave it. So everyone seems to be in that same confused state of like, it's fine, but
it costs way too much in the current environment, and the vast majority of people who are like looking at this thing and going, "Oh, that's cool," are people who are like, "Yeah, but I'm not going to get one because I already have a gaming PC."
Yeah. And like I was talking to my buddy about it, and I'm like, if this thing is decently priced, this is a good way for us to play PC games together. And then the price came out, and I was like, well, that doesn't make any sense. Even at 800, I would have a hard time selling my mainstream gaming friends. Hey,
yeah, well, part of that comes from the custom case and cooling solution. Like that's not cheap to design.
Oh no, for sure. And
I think if it had been like in a standard form factor, it probably would have cost considerably less.
Yeah, it's possible.
But it's not. But I mean now that doesn't even matter with the RAM thing. There was no way this thing was ever going to come out at a reasonable price with the RAM situation. Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm just picturing in my head if prices were normal, going to my buddy and being like, "All right, we can get a PS5 for $550, or we can get a Steam machine for $8. Be like, why would we pay $800? I don't know. It's weird. It's a weird product. It's just a strange product. I'm actually more interested in hearing more about their other ones that they've got coming. What do they still got coming? The VR headset and
the Steam frame. And something for the Steam Deck, some next generation Steam Deck, although I'm sure that's pushed back now.
Yeah, push
There's
that
no way.
3 years away. Just go. Stay
easily.
away.
Yeah.
Wasn't there another device though? Oh, it was the controller.
Nope, there was the controller, the Steam machine, and the Steam frame. And then we'll talk about Steam Deck at a later date. Yeah. It's going to be way later now.
Way later. Oh yeah, no point. Which we'll get into somewhat a little bit later. All right, moving on. I understand why this was on. Bungie's in trouble. I have 2 articles here. Destiny developer Bungie will lose a significant number of employees as part of a brutal-sounding layoff that will include most of the Destiny team and some Marathon members, Herman Holst has confirmed. I don't think there's actually much information I need from this first article that launched. The only thing I really gained from this first article was that the original plan, I guess, at Bungie was to relaunch Destiny 2 as Destiny Infinity, which, okay, whatever. And then I guess just like keep it going. But Destiny 2 kind of just was like downtrending to begin with, so that plan fell through. But the true scale of the layoffs are much worse than anyone could have imagined. The layoffs hit nearly 300 staff who worked at the Washington office. A WARN notice, which is a worker adjustment and restraining notification, was issued by Sony to the Washington State Employment Security Department. And it revealed that 292 staff have been let go with a formal separation date set for July 9th. This number does not account for Bungie staff outside Washington State. It's unknown how many staff remain at Bungie following the cuts, although the studio was reported to have 850 staff as of 2024. So they're at least down to about 500-ish, somewhere in there. This is Bungie's 3rd round of layoffs in 3 years. Bungie once had 1,000 employees at the Washington State office, according to a 2023 annual financial report from the city. Between 2023 and 2024, it laid off 320 staff previously. Local press have called the cuts a bloodbath. So essentially, the Destiny team is no more. The remaining staff is trying to salvage Marathon. They did the Season 2 launch just recently, which has not gone well. So and also they announced that there is no current projects in development at Bungie. So, and in addition to that, it seems like a huge name was amongst the layoffs, which was, where was it here? Jason Jones, who was one of the co-founders.
Oh, wow.
He maintained a low profile and rarely ever spoke publicly, but it seems like he is amongst those that have been dismissed. He was described as the CVO, the Chief Vision Officer, whatever that means.
Whatever that means.
Yeah, corporate names, man. If Jason Jones has indeed left Bungie, and this remains unconfirmed at the moment, but seems it's likely true, it would represent a true end of an era for the studio behind some of the most iconic first-person shooters ever released. So, and now we're getting into just sort of speculation on my part, but my assumption is that they're probably going to do their absolute best to salvage Marathon. If that doesn't work, my suspicion is that they will be closed. I think they're giving them a little bit of extra time to try and salvage that, but I just can't see a scenario where they have nothing in production right now, and they're like, all right, all you who are left, get to work. We'll see you in 5 years when you have something to show. Like, I just don't. I don't see Sony being like, yeah, we'll pay you for another 5 years and see if it works out, because it hasn't worked out. And it's partly Sony's own fault for spending $3 billion on this company that didn't earn that. Ridiculous price for this company. Destiny 2 was already on the decline when they bought them. In fact, if I remember correctly, Bungie was in dire straits, which is why they signed with Sony to try and stay alive. And now they're still falling apart anyway. Sucks.
Yeah.
That being said, though, and I don't want to crap on them while they're down, but if you look at Bungie's history, they kind of have a pattern of causing their own problems. So, Halo 1 obviously did really well. Halo 2, obviously a huge success. Halo 3, obviously a huge success. And then for some reason, they were like, can we go independent? And they did. They made Destiny. And then they were like, shit, something's wrong. I don't know what was wrong. Signed with Activision.
You also didn't mention ODST.
ODST and Reach. Yeah, ODST and Reach. And then they were like, okay, peace out. Then they made Destiny, signed with Activision for a 10-year deal. And then at some point in that 10-year deal, way before it was over, they decided that they were both cool with splitting. So they split. And then they went and self-published their own stuff, started work on Marathon, continued with Destiny 2, got into shit again, and were like, hey, Sony, bail us out. Sony bailed them out. And they still went to shit. So it just seems, and then amongst all that, they had those workplace allegations of harassment and sexual assault and all that other crap that happened. So it just seems like they kind of have always gotten in their own way. Something's always been wrong the whole time. How the Titan has fallen in this case. Man. It sucks, and obviously our thoughts go out to everybody who's affected by the layoffs. That's a lot of people. It sucks, and obviously it's not their fault. Well, for the most part, maybe it might be the co-founder's fault.
I have no idea what goes on inside of Bungie.
Yeah, very strange company, and could be the end of a historic studio. If I was a betting man, they'll be closed by this time next year, max. I'd be shocked if they're not. It just doesn't. Just knowing Sony, and their patterns of closing previous studios, I just don't. They're probably this close to cut our losses. We got to get out of this. It's not working.
Yeah. There's
still $760 million. Not in debt, but like $760 deficit from what they paid for Bungie. So why they would increase that to give them another shot, doesn't make any business sense to me to do that. They probably assumed that Destiny 2 was going to be a moneymaker, and that Marathon was going to be a banger, and they also said publicly that they hired Bungie or bought Bungie so that they could use their expertise in their live service initiative, which failed catastrophically.
Which they're still apparently pushing forward on.
Well, that we know of, only one game is in development.
There was a statement, I think that came out today to that effect.
What, that they're still pursuing it?
Yeah.
I mean, they might be. They'd be fools not to have a studio doing a live service game. I think they should, because they need one.
I don't think they should.
I mean, it's hard to resist when those things make the most money. I mean,
yeah, but just because some of them make a lot of money doesn't mean any of them will. And they've. I mean, you think Concord would have been enough for them to say, "Ugh, maybe we shouldn't keep doing this."
I think
maybe they should have. They should look at the fact that Destiny 2 is ending, and that Highguard failed. Like,
oh yeah,
maybe.
I'm not saying it's not a risk. I think what I'm saying is their decision to put like all their fucking studios on a live service project, that was stupid. But, have one cook something. You never know. They can afford to have one studio work on something. that might turn into a hit. They don't
Well,
have a live service game, so
they did have one studio on something that might turn into a hit, and it was Concord, and it did not turn into a hit.
well, they had a lot more than one. They had like 8 live service games in development. Remember? They had the God of War
Yeah.
live service game. They had Concord. They had Fair Games. They had what was the Last of Us Online. Like I could keep going, but that's where they made the mistake. They fucking went, everybody make one. It's like, no, fill the gaps that your portfolio is missing. And the 2 things that the PlayStation portfolio is missing is a live service game that's good and a first person shooter. Focus on those 2 things, but one studio at a time. You don't need to do 8 studios trying to make one. That's a bad idea. Have most of your studios work on the shit that they want to make, because the shit that they want to make, it tends to be successful. Last of Us, Uncharted, Jack and Daxter, Spider-Man, blah 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 blah. Keep going down the line. God of War.
Speaking of Sony, here's the thing. So I'm just seeing this now. This is from Kotaku. Apparently, PlayStation is deleting over 500 movies from people's accounts because I guess the
licenses
contract with the studio is expiring. But I guess if even if you bought it,
wow,
it says you will no longer be able to access your previously purchased content from Studio Canal, and it will be removed from your video library. So you weren't really buying it; you were just renting it.
You were renting a license. Yeah.
Yeah. It's not even, you can't buy this anymore, but if you already bought it, you get to keep it. It's no, you bought it, but we're taking it away from you.
I'll be honest, I can't even believe that people would pay money on a Sony movie store.
This is why I don't buy movies digitally, is because I'm afraid of exactly this kind of shit happening.
Yeah. Can't imagine it's a lot of people, but you never know. I guess people that have Sony televisions might have that built in, and they might take advantage of it. That'd be irritating. Yeah, so yeah. And the funny thing about Bungie is that those 2 voids that I said PlayStation has in their portfolio, Bungie was technically doing both. They had a first-person shooter, and it was a live service game, but it didn't work. So I don't know, man. I think Bungie's. I don't think Bungie's in trouble. Bungie's in a bad place. So we'll see what happens, but I am not hopeful. Well, I guess I'm hopeful, but I'm not betting my money that they're gonna make it out of this alive at this point. Shame. Huge shame. All right. You mentioned Xbox. Let's talk about that. Xbox continues to step on rakes. In this case, probably an unavoidable one, but nonetheless, still stepping on a rake. We already know that they're behind the scenes negotiating with their internal studios to either close them or sell them. Well, now you have even less reason to buy an Xbox because console prices are rising again. And they are already...
this one is kind of nuts because it's like, oh, the prices are going up because somebody bought up all the RAM. Yeah, who was it that bought up all the RAM because of the AI stuff, Microsoft?
Yeah, causing your own problems.
Like you are sitting on a mountain of RAM and saying there's no RAM for Xboxes.
Yep. So the Xbox Series S 512 is going up $100 to $500. The Series S 1 terabyte is going up $150 to $599. The Xbox Series X 1 terabyte, $799. The digital version 1 terabyte, $749. So for $100 more, you could have a PS5 Pro instead of an Xbox Series. So yeah. Rest in peace, Xbox consoles. It's dead.
Yeah,
that's it.
I could not imagine.
That was the nail in the coffin.
Especially now.
No. I mean, I mean, I understand why you would just increase the price and not just stop production, but at this is gonna kill. This kills it. They're dead. They're dead in the water, man. I don't know. I'm out of ideas. There's nothing I can tell Xbox that will save them at this point. There's nothing. There's nothing they can do. It's over. It's over. They're not going to survive long enough to get to a point where prices come down, and that's assuming prices come down.
Yeah.
You know these companies, once they get to a comfortable spot where they're making a certain profit,
yeah,
they might not come down. We might just be in a situation where these are the prices, and that's the way it is. Even if the prices come down on RAM, which would suck ass. And I said it somewhere, I can't remember where I said it, but like this could turn the gaming industry into a niche, high-end customer.
Well, what I think
hobby.
is going to happen. What I think is going to happen is there's probably going to be sort of a two-tier system. There's going to be people who can afford the latest and greatest stuff and will continue to buy, $80+ AAA titles, and then there will be the rest of us who just say, well, fuck it, we're going to play all the stuff in our backlog and all the lower end stuff that's coming out.
Yeah.
I just played Deltarune Chapter 5. That's not a, ultra high end game. It looks like a Super Nintendo game. I had plenty of fun with it.
Yeah, but even your PC's not going to last forever. Like eventually you're going to have to buy a new one. It's going to be
eventually.
Not because it's outdated, but because it's going to die, And then like that's my worst fear right now for all of my technology. If my PS5 dies, there's no fucking way I'm spending $800 to buy a new one.
I learn how to use a soldering iron.
Yeah. If my PC dies, I can't afford a new one. There's no way. If my
you don't have to buy a whole PC at once.
I mean, I guess it depends on what dies in it. Yeah. If my media server dies, I can't afford a new one. Someone asked me what I paid for my my media server, and I told them, and they're like, "What would that cost today?" And I'm like, "That's a good question." Looked it up, double. I'm like,
Yep.
Wow. Well, this thing better last me a long time. I don't know. I don't think it will, but there's no way I can afford to replace it. So like all of the price increases have been depressing. This one is the one that killed me. This is the one where I went, oh fuck.
Yeah, isn't this the second one in a year-long period?
Yeah. Yeah. It is a sad, depressing time to be a gamer. Like the amount of people right now that are just priced out of gaming must be huge. It must be absolutely massive. And I don't have the stats here. I forgot to add them to the list, but I guess the sales data from Circa came out, and PS5 and Xbox sales, hardware sales, have dropped like a rock after the price increase. Because this was like the first report since the price increase, and they're just they've tanked. It's not good. This is not good. The industry is in a real bad place right now. Real bad place. $799 for an Xbox Series X, guys. US. Fuck.
Yep.
Like $1,000 Canadian. That's got to be right. Let me check. $799 USD to Canadian. Oh my god. 1,134 plus tax.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's like $1,100 or something, just off the top of my head.
Yeah, plus tax on that, so you're looking at like $1,250, $1,300.
Yeah.
Holy shit. for a console.
Yeah.
You know, those things we used to buy for $3.99?
Not even that much.
$2.99 for Switch.
Here in Canada, yeah.
Yeah, here in Canada, $3.99. That was kind of the nice price point. And then we were like, okay, we can stretch it to $5. You know, we can stretch it to $4.99. And now we're looking at $1,100, $1,200. I hate being right about this. let me tell you, I'm not happy that I'm right that I called these prices. It fucking pisses me off. Ugh. This and this is the thing where I'm thinking about the next generation, right? Where it's like, if the Xbox Series X is $799 US, what is the Project Helix?
I mean, is it even going to come out at this point?
And that's where I am right now, where I'm like, if I'm Sony, if I'm Microsoft, I'm going cancel them. Just cancel them. We'll have a PlayStation 6, we'll have a next console, but it won't be for another 5 years. Like, what's the point? No one's going to spend $1,400, $1,500 on a PlayStation. No chance. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you'll get the fucking idiot hardcore people that are like, yeah, I'll spend, a month's salary on a console. Sure. But it's not going to be most people. That's for fucking sure. So just don't do it. Wait. See what happens. And we'll figure it out. And it's not even like we need new consoles yet. We don't. PS5 is still doing perfectly fine. So by this point in previous generations, I was going, you know what? I think we could use a bit of a boost. You know? Like, I remember towards the end of the PS3 generation, which I know was the longest generation ever. I know that. But like towards the end of that, we were desperate for a new console. We were like, holy shit. Like they maxed out the power of that thing for years, you know, before the PS4 came out. And then the PS4.
Yeah, honestly, like, I was shocked when GTA 5 came out on the 360 and the PS3.
Yeah. And
also at how good it looked. Because that looks like a generational difference compared to GTA 4. But it's on the same hardware.
Yeah.
And it also runs better than GTA 4 did.
Yeah.
So I don't know how they managed that. But yeah, like that was like kind of the pinnacle of that. Like, I don't think you really could have gone any further with those systems. And not even just in terms of like graphically, like in terms of the just like the amount of stuff you could have in a scene at once.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Like it was starting to limit not just like, oh, how good can you make this game look? It's like, how many things can you have happen in this scene?
It was limiting gameplay in AAA games because there was just
like that's why they stopped developing Final Fantasy 14 for the PS3. Like, they did still put it out.
But
they even put out
a
Realm Reborn, but I think Heavensward was the last expansion they put, and that was like a decade ago.
Yeah,
they put out for the PS3 because it was like having that as our baseline spec, having to be able to adhere to that is limiting what we can do with the game.
Yeah. And then we went to PS4, and it was a huge boost. And then we got PS4 Pro, which sort of introduced, hey, do you want all your games at 60 frames per second? And everyone was like, fuck yeah, I do. And then we got PS5, where that was now the norm, 60 frames per second. And we got SSDs. That was the big, increased loading. I mean, when I go back and I play certain games from like PS3, PS4, and I get a loading screen, I'm like, oh yeah, there was loading screens, wasn't there?
Oh yeah, they're super long.
Because there's nothing anymore.
The NVMe drives are so fucking fast.
Yeah.
My Windows, I don't even have an NVMe drive. It's just like a standard SATA SSD, and my Windows boots in like 11 seconds.
Yeah, my PC boots up in like 6 seconds after I press the button. It's crazy. I'm like, holy shit, that's amazing. So when I look forward and I go, do we need a PS6? I'm like, no, but here is a list of things that it needs to have. It needs to have
a 3-figure price tag.
Well, it needs to be a good price. Yeah, that's a good thing. It needs to have a good price. It needs to be 4K 60 with HDR and path tracing. That's what will sell people is 4K 60 HDR path tracing. If you don't have that, it's not a big enough leap to justify a new generation. Unless there's something that they're cooking up that will justify it, but I don't think there is. I can't.
Yeah,
I mean,
and there's
I can't think
no
of
way
anything.
that you're going to get hardware capable of doing those things at a
For cheap.
reasonable price anytime soon.
Right. So I'm like, that if that is for me, that is like what will sell me on a PS6, but it has to be at a reasonable price. So take those requirements, wait, and when you can do it at a reasonable price, then do it. Until then, just stay the course. You're doing fine. PS5's doing great. You don't need to fuck that up.
Mm.
You know, things on PS4 are starting to finally die off and lose support. Like Call of Duty is no longer on PS4. People from PS4 will start to come over to PS5. It's fine. You're doing fine. You're already selling gangbusters. I mean, it has slowed because of the price increase, but you're fine. You're definitely not going to win people over by releasing another console and it being $1,500. So take a break. Please, for the love of God, don't announce a new console. All right. In other Xbox news that's kind of positive, Microsoft is developing a live-action movie based on Sea of Thieves. That's kind of cool. Kind of interesting. That's all I got to say about
live
that.
action. That would be a good animated movie.
Yeah, I did find that part a little strange because it's so beautiful of a game. You know, you could just convert that art style into an animated film. But yeah, they're going live action. My assumption is that the decision came from the fact that there's just no Pirates of the Caribbean movies coming out, so they're like, Notch, we can take that.
Yeah, I guess.
So yeah, that's cool. Good for them. And now getting back to Halo. I said we would get back to Halo. Okay, there's been an update on this story. Hold on.
Oh boy.
Oh, it's good news. Okay.
Is this about the couch co-op thing?
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
This has been
Yeah,
corrected.
so-
Thank fuck.
Yeah, so originally it was like, oh, everybody needs to have
If you're playing in split screen, both players would need to have a PS Plus account, which is a
PS
paid
Plus, like
online account.
the subscription,
Yeah.
instead of just having like an account on the console or whatever.
Right. But apparently that is not the case.
Yeah,
So
somebody
how did
screwed
that
up.
happen?
It's probably somebody was misinformed, like somebody in whoever gave the statement. I don't know.
Or it was the point. They realized
Maybe.
the backlash and were like, okay, we're not going to do that.
I will actually, I will actually give them the benefit of the doubt on this, because I don't think if that was the case, they could have actually changed it that quickly.
That's fair.
I think it would have taken longer for that decision to be made.
Yeah. Well,
because it would have to filter through the corporate bureaucracy. That correction came out like 2 days later.
we incorrectly stated that PlayStation Plus is required for local co-op. Okay, local split screen co-op does require a PlayStation account for each player, but not a PlayStation Plus account. Okay, all right, well, that's fine. There's a bunch of games that do that, so that's not a big deal. Now, it doesn't re-clarify in here if you need a Microsoft account. So I'm assuming that's still the case, which sucks.
Yeah, it might.
That sucks. All right, well, that still sucks. Oh, Lord. All right, moving on. Well, at least we've gotten some sort of a reprieve from all that negative.
Yeah, I think that's for like stat tracking or crossplay or some shit like that.
Some excuse.
Yeah.
Kind of like Rockstar with GTA or in Red Dead Redemption.
Yeah, needing to have a Rockstar social club account. Yeah.
All right, I thought this was interesting. Nothing groundbreaking here, but Hideo Kojima has teased his upcoming horror game OD, revealing it includes a special system designed for people who are too scared to keep playing. He said, quote, "I wanted to go beyond the limit of the scariness that other games had reached. It's a single-player game, and I wanted to make it as scary as possible. But for those that might stop playing when it gets too scary, I have thought of a system that will allow them to keep going. I can't say much more, but it'll give too much of a hint on what the system is, and I could get in trouble for saying too much." I wanted to do something new. I wanted to do something different. I had this OD concept since I was working on Death Stranding, and I was working on it just by myself.
Well, he quite frankly, he probably had it since he was working on Silent Hills.
Yeah.
I get the feeling that there's a lot of concepts that have
sitting
been,
on his desk.
Yeah. It's like, oh, we'll just get these out, dust them off, and try again.
Yep. Can't reveal much detail, but it's something that no one has ever seen before. It's an entirely new gameplay system. I pitched it to many people, to the big companies, and also to the up and coming companies. All of them said the same thing. They said I'm crazy, and they really don't understand the concept, and they won't be able to do it. But
I actually 100% believe that, because I've said those things about Kojima before. I think everyone has at some point.
Yep. But former Xbox boss Phil Spencer did understand the concept, however, and signed the game. Spencer was replaced at the top of Microsoft's gaming business earlier this year by Asher Sharma, as we all know. He did say as well, he did confirm filming has now properly begun with the games for various actors. I assume by that he means like mocap and
mocap, performance cap,
yeah.
Wearing the avatar face capture rig and stuff.
Yeah.
It blows me away that people are able to act with those things on. Like, that's got to be such a hard thing to do.
So,
like, not even just the silliness of it, but like the weight of it on your face.
I don't have it as a piece of news here because it was too technical to be really newsworthy. But at the Unreal event, they did a big like the Unreal event was like on site, and media was able to go to it and test out things. And they were showcasing the new stuff that they had with MetaHuman, their facial character creator, all that stuff.
Right.
And they showed off this really cool motion cap tech that doesn't require like all the balls over your body and all this stuff. And it's just like a little, it's not even a helmet. It's just this thing you wear that comes out and has like a camera pointed up at your face. And then you can use any mocap technology cameras to point at you, and it will follow your movements without the balls on it. And it was super impressive.
There's been stuff like that before, but I assume this is like
next gen.
Able to do it in like real time and stuff.
Yeah, it was real time. So the character was right next to him, and it was 1-to-1. So there was no delay. It was like instantaneous. It was cool.
So there's like VTubers, the people who have their like anime avatars for Twitch. They'll
Burnt Peanut. He does that.
They'll have like there's like a piece of software that you can get on the iPhone and point your iPhone camera at your face, and it will do it. Mm-hmm. But obviously there's limitations to how that works. I assume they've probably got it probably got some kind of like well, you said motion capture cameras. How many? Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Yeah, I'm a potato.
Yeah, all right. I forgot about that. I've forgotten about that. Did they say is it like multiple cameras that they point at a person?
So the one that they had on the example that they were giving on the show floor was only one camera, plus the one that was on his face.
Interesting, because you can do a thing where if you have at least two cameras pointed at someone from two different angles, you can kind of cross-reference, like what you can make a note of where they are in physical space, and software can figure out depth based on that. It's basically triangulating a person's position with two cameras, which is, I mean, basically how 3D cameras work. But this can be a thing for like spatial capture as well. Yeah. There's also stuff you could do with like LiDAR, which is how the machine vision on self-driving cars works, usually, if you're not Tesla and only uses just purely image-based.
Yeah, I've watched Linus Tech Tips drive cars with like the, well, he wasn't driving them, he was self-driving them. But
I've seen that video.
Yeah, the open tech was cool.
The open source one. I think I talked about this, but did you ever see the Mark Rober video?
No, I don't watch him as much anymore. I should.
Oh well, he did a video where he tested a bunch of things with the machine vision, including a Looney Tunes style painted wall.
Oh, I should watch that. He's a smart individual.
Yeah. Let me just say, don't rely on the Tesla's machine vision. If you ever come up against a painted wall, I'm just gonna say that.
Alright.
Oh
yeah, didn't he he painted the wall the same as like what the road would look like behind
what
it.
the road would look like from
and
the
it
perspective.
didn't stop. Yeah.
Yeah, it didn't stop because
Yeah.
it wasn't using LiDAR. It just was using like
I do
cameras
remember watching that.
Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah.
Yeah. So there's a bunch of ways you could do that, but if they've got it integrated with the metahuman system, I bet it's probably like really, really granular because the detail on that stuff is pretty intense.
Yeah. So I wonder what this this new game system is that he's talking about.
Yeah, something that nobody's ever done before.
Yeah, he says something no one's ever done before, and it will help with gamers who want to continue playing despite being basically, if you're too scared to keep going, there's some sort of system in the game that will allow you to do so. Like, how do you take the scare out of the game or the scare out of the person? Like, is it gonna be like you get too scared and all of a sudden it just cuts to like a shot of a rainbow and it's like, relax, you're fine, everything's cool.
Well, no, it can't be, because I was gonna say, like, maybe it's like in We Happy Few where it has like the happy version of the world and then the scary version of the world, but they can't be that because that's already been done, and there's no way that Kojima's never played We Happy Few. And that kind of shit's right up his alley.
It also like kills the point of a horror game if it's not scary.
So, yeah.
The only thing I can think of is maybe it's some sort of insanity system, like in Eternal Darkness. But like, there's a way to like a panic button where you're like, okay, I'm too fucking scared, so it just raises your insanity level back up to normal, and so nothing is scary. Like maybe it's something like that. Yeah.
It'll be interesting to see.
Yeah. Wonder how far along. Well, he says he's doing mocap. That's usually pretty far along in development, if I'm not mistaken, right?
I don't know. For a game like this, I'm not really sure.
I'll have to look into that.
I mean, I know that voice acting is typically recorded pretty early on, although it's not uncommon for them to bring people back for pickups if the story has changed or there's more dialogue that they've written since. But when it comes to performance capture, I honestly don't know where in the process that gets done, because you're going to want to have.
So I did.
You're going to want to have the story done, and you're also going to want to know like what your people are going to need to do. So you'd probably want to have all the gameplay mechanics and stuff locked in, so you know, like, oh, what kind of animations do we need to capture from them? But I don't know. Yeah,
I did a quick search.
It'd be interesting to see.
Typically, basic movement and prototyping is early in development, which doesn't sound like this is what that is, because they're using the actors. Major story and cinematic captures are done mid-production, and then final pickups and retakes occur late in production. So it sounds like mid-development is probably where they're sitting on this.
That would make sense, because like he's been, up until recently was working on Death Stranding 2.
Yeah.
So now he's free to, like, Kojima Productions is now free to go all in on OD.
I could be wrong. Yeah, I'm not gonna misquote it here. There was a game I heard about recently where the sequel, the high the big name that was developing the game wasn't actually developing the game and was just like signing off on certain things while he was working.
Oh yeah, and farmed it out to like a.
So his studio was doing it, but he got someone else to like do the majority of the work that he would normally do for the sequel, so he could work on something else. So I'm not sure if that was Death Stranding 2 while he was working on OD, or if this was something like God of War Ragnarok, or I remember hearing about this like in the last 3 days. I just don't specifically remember where that was from. I feel like if it was Death Stranding 2, I would remember it. Like I'd be like, oh yeah, that's what it was, but I'm not 100% sure.
I mean, that's basically what Miyamoto's involvement with Zelda has been. For a long time, because Aonuma's been at the helm and Miyamoto's been signing off on stuff.
Right. All right, we got 3 left. Just some minor ones here. So Lords of the Fallen 2 is the latest game to retreat from September-October 2026, which is too crowded. What was the first one that we talked about?
I don't remember.
Yeah, what got delayed? I can't remember now, but this is the second one. I know there was one other that we talked about before that was like, yeah, we're gonna bump up to February. I can't remember what it was. But Lords of the Fallen 2 is now doing the same thing, but they're not committing to a release date. They're just saying early 2027. My assumption is that they're probably anticipating that more people are going to do this, so they're like, you know what? There's no
Let's
rush.
keep our options open.
Let's keep our options open. We'll wait and we'll take a look and see maybe in December, what,
I think we're probably going to get more of that before this is done with.
I think so too. I think we're going to see a bunch more delays. But I'm going to say we're at 2. I'm going to say we're going to end at 6. We're going to end at 6. I'm going to say 3 more big high profile delays are going to occur. Let's see what happens. Lock it. We'll check in with my prediction later. Deltarune Chapter 6 will release in 2027. Chapter 5 has shattered concurrent player records on Steam.
Yeah, there were a lot of people playing it.
Yeah.
There were like, I think it was like 500,000 or something.
Let's take a look. Deltarune's story will continue next year as creator Toby Fox has set a 2027 release window for Chapter 6. Within hours of Deltarune at Chapter 5 launching, the release helped the game shatter its previous concurrent player record on Steam. Previously, the record was 133,920 concurrent players. Now the record sits at 290,973 concurrent players, more than double the original.
Where did I see that 500,000 then? Maybe that was like peak in the last 24 hours or something. I don't know. There was like a stupidly high number.
Maybe, I mean, I don't know where that's from. But yeah, congratulations to Toby Fox. He continues to kill it. Crazy. Imagine being that man. Crazy. So I thought I would just sort of talk about that since you were playing it. And then
yeah, I mean I kind of expected it to come next year.
Yeah, he takes his time.
Because it's been I think it's been about a year since 3 and 4 released.
Is 6 the last one?
7.
Jesus. Okay.
Yeah, but so the way I don't want to give away spoilers, obviously.
Yeah, be careful.
One of the ways in which Chapter 5 ends says to be continued in Chapter 7.
Oh, interesting.
So apparently it will skip over Chapter 6, so I'm assuming that Chapter 7 is probably going to be massive. Because there's probably going to be a ton to make up for, not having a Chapter 6 if you went in this particular method of progression.
Gotcha.
So who knows? But I mean, those chapters are like, I mean, it took me about 5 hours to do Chapter 5, so it kind of, it tracks. It'd probably take about a year, because then when you've got all 7 chapters and they all take, well, Chapter 1 is a little bit shorter, but altogether it comes out to a pretty long game.
Yeah. All right, our final piece of info is one I forgot I had. That I thought I didn't have, but it's sales numbers, the circuit data that I talked about earlier. So,
okay.
Switch 2 has ended its first 12 months on sale as the second fastest selling hardware in U.S. history. New data from Circana. No, actually. Okay. New data from Circana. What was I calling it before? I wasn't calling it Circana. Circana. NPD was what they used to be called, I think. New data from Circana reveals Switch 2 has sold just under 6 million units in the US after 1 year. Only one other...
Considering the tariffs and the RAM pricing, that's actually not bad. If that's
really good.
I mean, that wouldn't be bad worldwide under the current conditions, but in the US, that's definitely not bad.
Very good. The only other console or game machine to exceed that was the Game Boy Advance at 6.5 million units over its first year in the US.
Oh, okay.
Nintendo has said Switch 2 is its fastest selling hardware ever globally, despite some sales struggles back at the end of 2025 in Western markets. In May, Nintendo said it expected to sell fewer Switch 2 consoles over the console's second year because Switch 2 sales were more concentrated in the launch year in comparison to previous hardware systems. I'm not sure what they mean by that. Were they more? Oh, because they produced more, probably, is my guess.
Yeah.
And let's remember that Nintendo will increase the Switch 2's price by $50 this September. So if you're looking to get a Switch 2, save yourself $50. Get it now.
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps in part due to the price rise announcement, Switch 2 sales were boosted in May, according to Piscatella, which is what? What is Piscatella?
Yeah, I was one of those people who contributed to those increased sales.
That's Matt Piscatella, Senior Director for Video Games at Circana. So according to Circana, May 2026 hardware spending increased by 38% when compared to a year ago to $249 million spent, with the Switch 2 offsetting a 43% year-on-year drop in PS5 spending and a 58% dip in unit sales driven by recent price increases. So there's your PlayStation stats there, which it'll go to a little bit further here. Xbox Series hardware spending actually grew 7% versus a year ago. Not sure how that worked.
That's not going to persist.
Well, it's hardware spending, not unit sales. So hardware spending, I have to assume that means controllers?
Maybe?
Or maybe that includes digital sales on the Xbox store? Maybe?
That would be a software sale.
Yeah, Xbox Series hardware spending. Yeah, it's got to be controllers. It's got to be accessories. So
yeah.
maybe this is the point in the generation where typically a lot of controllers have died or had issues. Maybe. So a lot of people are replacing them right now.
I mean, my Xbox controller that I've had since before the series launch still works just fine. So,
my first one is still working, but it's got stick drift, so I had to get a new one.
Yeah, mine doesn't. I'm actually kind of impressed with how long it's last.
Yeah. But unit sales for Xbox Series have fell by 12%, which is not insignificant when they were already as low as they were. Mm-hmm. Switch 2 was again the best-selling hardware in May in both units and dollar sales, with PS5 coming in second across both measured and time periods. In fact, PlayStation hardware units sales fell to their lowest May total since May 2000, while Xbox hardware unit sales were the lowest ever recorded for a May month, which not surprising at all. These results undoubtedly had to do with the recent price increases, which in PlayStation's case were brought into effect in April. Microsoft announced significant price rises this week, blaming the ongoing component crisis, as we've already talked about. So yeah, pretty much everybody but Nintendo is suffering right now. But I don't see that staying. I don't. It's still expensive. The Switch 2 is still expensive, so I don't see them keeping that trajectory. But it'll still sell. It is the cheapest out of the three, I think. Question mark?
I would certainly hope so.
How much is Switch 2 currently? $629 US, yeah, or Canadian. So yeah, it's the cheapest currently. Jesus, $629. And then that's gonna be $679 in a couple of months.
Mm-hmm.
Depressing. Yep. And that's it for the news. Which means it's time for a screenshot scope. Starting with
some kind of SimCity game, maybe.
Yeah. What's with the lines? That's weird.
Like streets, roads that have been put in.
Oh, you think it's zoomed out? I see.
Yeah, I was thinking like maybe SimCity 4 or something.
Wow! Wow! Fucking
I never even played
it.
SimCity 4. That was just a shot in the dark.
That's crazy. That might be the best, like, first guess ever. That's crazy.
I mean, it's it was pretty clearly a game where you build stuff in a big field.
This UI looks so much like the Sims UI. That's crazy.
It super looks like the Sims.
Wow.
I never played SimCity 4. I tried SimCity 3000 and I didn't like it.
Yeah, neither did I. I liked SimCity 2000. And
yeah, I like 2000.
Then I went to City Skylines, which is still the best SimCity, or SimCity-like, I guess. It outdoes SimCity. All right. Uh-oh. What happened? Previous
Broke
things.
it.
I broke it. It's okay. We've recovered.
I don't even know what we're looking at here.
I think
Is
it's
that like an electron microscope close up of a fingernail or some shit?
No, I think it's a cliff edge, like a cliff that's going up. You know what I'm saying? Like a canyon
I
cliff.
guess.
Because I can see grass at the bottom.
Yeah. Okay.
Is that a
It
gun?
doesn't sound.
A gun. Might be a
I
gun.
have no idea. Not enough info.
Okay, I was right. It's a canyon.
Okay, that's definitely a cliff canyon esque thing.
I don't recognize the
Neither do I.
75%'s pretty average. This could be a lot of things. What anything in 360 era looks like?
Yeah, kinda.
Yeah, looks a little pointy. Oh, PC.
PC. Now this looks like a totally different game. I was
Yeah.
thinking like maybe this is some kind of off-road racing game, and now
Looks like a
we've got, like,
top-down RPG.
we've got like a Baldur's Gate
Is
Dark
this
Alliance.
Neverwinter Nights? Maybe I didn't play it, so I don't know.
Oh, maybe.
Nope. It's an RTS action role-playing. What?
What?
What the fuck is this?
The only thing I can think of that might match that is Giant Citizen Kabuto, but that's also on the PS2.
Or Brutal Legend, but that's it's not a PC exclusive. This is probably an indie game we've just never heard of. Let's be real. Oh yeah, 2018.
2018?
Yeah, this is an
It's
indie game we've never
way
heard
more
of.
recent than I was thinking.
Blood. Is that what it says? Blood, head, chest, stomach, right arm, left arm, right leg, hunger.
Is that like the amount of damage they've taken?
I think so. Yeah.
Can you see like a character name or something?
Kyle.
That does not. There's so much UI and it tells me nothing.
Attack, defense, strength, toughness, dodge, state, goal, encumbrance, athletics, jobs, passive,
This
block,
be like
hold.
RuneScape or something. I don't know.
I have no idea.
No idea what this is.
Lo-fi games. Yeah, I have no idea. What this is.
I
have no guess.
Nothing. I got nothing.
The name is Kenshi. Never heard of it.
Never heard of it.
Okay, well. I don't feel bad.
Oh, wait. I feel like I may have heard of it, but I don't know anything about the game. I think I've heard the name before.
It's a real-time strategy action role-playing game developed by Lo-Fi Games. The game focuses on sandbox gameplay featuring features that give the player freedom to do what they want in its world instead of focusing on a story. So
Okay.
it's just a sandbox game.
I'm not really familiar with it.
Weird. Yeah, I've never heard of it.
Yeah, I've probably heard the name in passing and nothing else.
Well, that's a bench and like a bus stop, I guess.
Maybe. It's super zoomed in.
Or it's like a retro PS1 art style.
I mean, maybe, but
like Fears to Fathom or something like that.
It looks super zoomed in to me. Because that doesn't even look like framing, like proper framing for a game. Ooh, ouch.
Dat Metacritic, though.
Yeah.
I don't even know what we're looking at here. Is that like a hammock?
No idea.
Yeah, I don't know what this is. I got nothing. Something birth out a pass.
Without a pass?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, PS2 game.
No one alive. No one allowed up without a pass. No one allowed up without a pass, I think is what it says. That's terrible writing.
I have no idea what this is.
Horror survival.
God, there are so many on the PS2.
Siren? I never played it, so I don't know. I'm trying to think of games I haven't played because I would have recognized it.
I guess try Siren. Might as well.
2006. It's a Resident
Late
Evil
era.
like, looks like.
Oh God, Haunting Ground, maybe.
Nope. It's from Punchline Games.
I've never even heard of Punchline.
No idea. I give up.
Oh, Clock Tower 3?
Rule of Rose.
Okay, I've heard of that, but I had no idea what kind of game it was.
Nope. I haven't even heard of it. That's crazy. We're getting some weird ones today.
I don't even know what we're looking at.
Neither do I. It looks like pipes and maybe some conveyor belts. Maybe.
Maybe more information is needed.
Oh, it's Super Mario.
Okay.
No,
I guess
it can't.
is it
No.
Mario Maker?
Oh yeah, it could be Mario Maker. Call. No.
All right.
It's Mario Maker. It's Mario Maker 2. There's a yellow line.
Yeah, there you go.
That's so funny. Still annoyed. Oh, I just remembered because I was like, I'm still annoyed that they never made a Zelda maker for like a 2D Zelda maker. But I think there was a indie developer that was making a game like that. I gotta look that up.
There's actually I just heard of one that's on Kickstarter. That's for like 3D sort of Zelda like basically Ocarina of Time style dungeon creation.
Ooh. 3D is much harder though. Much harder. What is with these screenshots that are like so zoomed in? Like I can't even tell what the fuck I'm looking at.
Well, that looks like light passing through some kind of grate and hitting a ceiling, maybe.
Yeah, and these kind of look like treasure chests. But
Or no, wait, maybe that's the outside of a boat because that kind of looks like the ocean at night on the right side, like the moon reflecting off the ocean. Maybe that's like behind this, and this is a boat.
Could be. I don't know what it would be though.
Yeah, that doesn't help, but
84%.
okay, so
it's a good one.
decent score.
So we went from a boat to like some sort of technology, so that's weird.
I mean, boats can be technology.
Well, I guess I was picturing like a pirate ship.
I guess it was brown, so it would imply wood.
Yeah, I don't know what this is. Not yet. Anymore.
Neither do I.
PC, PS3.
That's the fucking red ring of death.
It is. It is. Huh.
And it's on the 360 as well.
What is this? 80 and a strong score. Something sci-fi. I don't know.
Could it be Singularity?
Could be. It's a good game. Underrated game. No. First person shooter though. Oh,
fuck. Oh fuck. It's not.
Yeah,
It's
I know that text. Bulletstorm.
Storm.
Yeah. Good game. Good game.
Yeah, there you go. There's a Duke Nukem DLC for that just replaces the main character with Duke Nukem, and nobody else's lines change. So Duke like responds like, "What are you talking about? My name is Duke Nukem."
It's an official thing, not a mod.
Yeah, oh yeah, it's an official thing.
Wow. Yeah, that game's
it's got
hilarious.
John St. John as Duke Nukem and everything.
I compared this game to. Have you seen the new Mortal Kombat movie? Not 2, but like Mortal Kombat 1, the new one.
No.
Oh, it's one of those pieces of media that where the people swear so much that it becomes numbing, and then it becomes funny because it's so stupid.
Yeah,
that Bulletstorm is one of those types of experiences.
Yeah, you got to look up the Duke Nukem mode for this. It's bizarre.
It sounds funny. Okay.
Is this like an aerial view of a channel, like a boat channel? Because it looks like there's two
you think that's
concrete
water,
sides
okay.
with water.
I see what you're seeing. I don't know though. I don't know what it would be from.
I guess it could also be the top of a train. maybe. It's just what is usually that narrow in blue.
Oh
straight.
yeah, yeah. It could be a train. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure what it would be, even if we could identify it.
Yeah.
87%.
Well, maybe I was right on the boat thing.
Yeah. I don't know.
Still doesn't help with what it is.
Doesn't look familiar. Gran Turismo?
Maybe.
I think 7 was cross-gen. Let's try that.
All right, give it a shot.
Yep.
Wow. From a blurry image of a car.
Well, when it was PlayStation exclusive, there's really only one racing game that.
Yeah, but there's plenty of games that have cars in them.
Well, that's true. I guess it just looked like a sports car or something.
It does look very Gran Turismo-ish.
Yeah.
But
great game on VR. What the fuck?
oh, thanks. Well, this is no help.
Oh, it's old. Okay, it's old.
Yeah, is this like Pac-Man or something?
It is Pac-Man.
Oh God, is it Miss Pac-Man? Is it Pac Junior? And we're in one of these fucking things.
It's Miss Pac-Man.
There we go.
Nice.
You know, I actually played Miss Pac-Man way more than I played Pac-Man.
Is there any significant difference between Miss Pac-Man and Pac-Man besides
I think
genitalia?
I wouldn't even say they have genitalia. Who knows? They're just circles, man. I think the layout of the mazes is different.
Oh, weird. Okay.
And I think the thing with Pac Junior, yeah, that's Diddy Kong Racing. I think the thing with Pac Junior is that the stages can scroll up and down. That's like the easiest ever.
Yeah.
They just show like the starting area of the game that everybody recognizes.
I mean, it's a sky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing yet.
No. A box. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. I mean, we get a UI thing.
Oh, great!
A little green circle. 81%. Yeah. Xbox One exclusive. With coins, energy, and life. Wait, what's on the coin? A hook of something?
Horseshoe, maybe?
Horseshoe. Yeah, horseshoe.
Yeah, I got nothing for this. I have no idea what this is.
Action adventure.
Still not very helpful.
Recore?
Maybe.
No.
I
didn't know Xbox One had exclusives.
What? I don't even know what I'm looking at here.
It's a gun of some kind.
Yes.
Is this Slime Rancher maybe? But I don't think it was exclusive.
That's not
Xbox
exclusive.
No.
It can't be.
I don't know. Okay, every time we've said that, I ended up being right.
Sure, whatever. No reason not to.
Oh!
Wow, fuck off.
Every time I do that, it happens.
Yeah, good call.
I don't know what happened.
I thought this was also on PlayStation.
I mean, it is now. Maybe at the time it was like a time.
Oh,
exclusive.
maybe at the time, right? Yeah. Okay.
That's so funny. Every time I do this, so I'm just gonna guess. Is that salt and pepper? That icon? What the fuck is that?
What? Why is it actually? That's what it is.
Yeah, it looks like a salt and pepper shaker. 5 out of 16 salt.
What?
I don't know what this is. I have no idea. Wouldn't even have a guess.
What game do you need to collect salt?
Unless that's not salt. But I
But
don't
then
know.
what else could that possibly be? That's the clearest salt shaker I've ever seen.
But why is it red? There's like something red coming out of it. And why is there like a random green dot there? Fact. Maybe.
Oh, okay.
Multiverses?
Yeah, I was going to say, what was that fighting game?
We're not quite to the point yet where they have a video at the at the end.
Yeah.
I wonder when they introduced that. All right, we got 2 more. Whoa. Oh, no, it's not that.
Kind of looks like Super Hot. We've already had that, haven't we?
Maybe, but we have had them or try something twice. Yeah, you got it.
Yeah, okay.
I think sometimes they just forget after having 1,000 games.
Yeah.
Ooh, this looks cool.
Well, this is clearly from like some story cinematic.
Yeah.
And I don't know what it is because I feel like I would have remembered seeing like a naked chick just hanging out.
What the fuck? A dude with a chicken? What do a dude with a chicken leg? Or chicken wing? Chicken breast? Chicken thigh? Chicken.
You've just gone through the entirety of a chicken body now. You've just hit every part.
Oh my! The graphical style is okay. There's no way it's 82%. Okay, the graphical style was giving me like Dead to Rights, High Road to Revenge vibes, but
Oh God, no.
not at 82%. I don't know what this is. I have no idea what this is.
Also, where would the naked chick in Dead to Rights be in that art style?
True.
I remember liking that game on like the original version on the Xbox, but it doesn't hold up super well today.
No, this art style looks sick.
Yeah,
I have no idea what this is though.
not a clue. Gonna have to look into it though, because it kind of seems to go all over the place.
Oh, it's Brutal Legend,
Oh, of course, that's Ozzy.
right?
Rest in peace, man. Yeah, there you go.
That's the final image.
Yeah, I would have. Yeah,
That's the final. That's not an image of the game. That's so funny. That game's weird. I wanted to like that game, but it's like, wait, why did it suddenly turn into an RTS? I thought this was a God of War like.
yeah.
Very strange. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is Press Pause, a gaming podcast, episode 97. In the books, if you want to follow me on the socials, I'm at TJ-Leo on BlueSky.
I am at Ninjas on BlueSky.
You can email us at co.op.podcast@gmail.com. Don't forget to comment, like, share, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications, and join us on the Co-op Club Discord community server where you can find myself and so many others talking about gaming, wrestling, and more. And of course...
I have a question about the Discord server.
Yes.
So you have some voice chat channels, and you have the tavern, and you have the cafe. What the fuck is the difference? Those are both places where people go to eat.
Yeah, it's just 2 channels where people can go to voice chat. So the studios, only the co-hosts can talk in.
Okay.
It's
just 2 whatever. I just gave them similar names, but they're different.
Yeah. It's like
room.
room.
Have 2 different conversations.
Yeah,
okay.
Voice room 1, voice room 2. Yeah. Basically.
Okay.
And patreon.com/co-op entertainment where you can throw us $1 a month to help support the channel. We greatly appreciate it. Yeah, come join the Co-op Club. Lots of fun. Lots to talk about. Lots to complain about. Until next time, get back to gaming.
Indeed.
And Dante will
back
too.
To
he's up. He's up.
Oh, Dante's going to play games?
He's up. There he is. Dante! I don't know what he's doing. He's being weird. Bye.